It is a Polearms Only stream time. I honestly, I was playing Elden Ring co-op with my friends last night, and was up until like 5 a.m. So I haven't gotten no sleep. To be clear, I woke up at like it's 12:30. It's like a little bit past noon for me. Normally, I start my streams at noon. So started slightly late because of that, mostly because like I had to make a thumbnail and all that, and didn't get out of bed until like 11:30 a.m. because I wanted 6 hours of sleep. Sue me. So, anyways, hello. I am no long. Well, I don't feel sleep deprived right now. Generally speaking, I am. Well, at my current age, I understand this can get worse as you get older, but I don't know. Some people think I'm old at this point. I'm sure many of my viewers think 28 years old. Am I 28? 27. 27 years old is very old, and therefore maybe I do need to sleep more, but I generally speaking I'm fine on 6 hours of sleep most of the time, usually. Anyways, stream today, immediately distracted. Hello, peoples. Well, Yank and Starrail me. A little bit of a suspicious name there. Anyways, today this stream is Finalizing Abyss. I've been trying to keep my streams slightly more focused in what their goal is. So we will do like normal Genshin things, but I'm gonna do them after I do the Polearms Only Abyss here. So yeah, that's basically all there is to it. I'm gonna claim my expeditions. We'll do our date where I'm even gonna skip my dailies because I want to get right the heck into it. We'll get through. We got to get through like floor 9 and whatever, right? So, just gonna jump right into it. There ain't no artifact that we're gonna get that's gonna change the world for this abyss. So, yeah, having done this abyss on my main account, I don't suspect it will be the hardest abyss for Polearms Only. But considering I just made a, I always try to stream whenever there's a new enemy lineup for Polearms Only, to be clear. So, I want to have Polearms Only. I want the record to show that I do Polearms Only thingies on Abyss every single time there's a new lineup, right? Blessing is normal charge attack damage increased by 16% for 6 seconds when HP decreases or increases. That is relevant for Hu Tao for sure. Sorry, I had to shut my door because people's just got home. I forgot to eat one of my granola bars. This is a classic for me. Blah, blah, blah. The seahorse is going to be annoying, but right, if we, yeah, like we'll obviously we'll have to use Candace on the second side to deal with the Pyro Mages, but they're relatively easy to group. Self group, and then these buttholes are just buttholes, and then it's just boss, and then boss, right? So honestly, I don't think the second side is going to cause any meaningful problem. And then the first side is just dealing with the seahorse and its stupid movement patterns. And yeah, because it's another boss that like doesn't really stay near the player for a super long time. But it's also, I don't know how hard it'll be to get the shield down. We'll see. that's basically what it'll come down to. I think because I think my inclination for 412 is going to be doing. I kind of would prefer to do Melt or something, but I think I'm just going to do something like a Hu Tao team on the first side, and then a Hyperbloom, Yaoyao Candace Hyperbloom with Rosaria on the second half. But yeah, let's just get into it though. Actually, before I do anything, I do want. Man, I hate. Why is there no loadouts, man? I really need loadouts so that I can just, if I want to switch to a Melt build on Rosaria, I can just be like, loadout button, click Melt profile, blam, there you go. Like, please, oh yeah, I need it. It's so awful having to do this manually every freaking time. Just because I'm like, I feel like playing my Melt team today. Well, I got this artifact earlier this week. I'm still stuck in the eternal hell that is trying to get a double crit EM timepiece on Gilded Dreams. I've gotten so many attack stands that are double crit, and all of them Rome. But I got this feather, which is not an upgrade for anything. But it's weird because this is an example. This was 4-line, has HP percent, rolled twice into HP percent, and then did 2 max rolls into crit damage and high rolls into crit rate. So this is like a 37 crit value, without factoring like the value of the HP, right? So for like an HP scaling character like Candace, I don't know if I want to do Candace on Gilded Dreams, which is probably not better than Emblem. But if I wanted to do Candace on Gilded Dreams, the stat value of this feather is disgusting. So, anyways, what was my? I think this one is the one I was using before, and then that is the same, and then this one. Blam. There we go. Okay. There we go. Melt Rosaria. Go. Why are we doing Melt Rosaria? Because I like Melt Rosaria. This Abyss could be a bit cringe with its first chamber. Indeed, it could be. Yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's see. Now that I think about it, you know what? I feel like considering the last episode was using, you know, Rosaria or getting Homa for Rosaria. We're gonna try Melt Rosaria, but with Homa. Not with that ratio, obviously. Hopefully, obviously. What is my crit rate circlet? It's that one and then this one. Okay. One of them has ER and one of them has more crit. Okay, what does this one look like? Where's my mouse? This is still gonna be imbalanced. Yeah. I do not like that ratio. This is a lower crit value piece, but more crit rate. It's probably better. It still puts her at... Okay, never mind. You know what? I am immediately changing my mind about the using Homa for Melt. I have a much better build for Staff of Scarlet Sands. Alright, well, sorry. Whatever. We'll use... we'll use Homa on... We'll use Homa on the freeze in the last floor. That's my promise. Someone, hopefully, I don't forget to change my artifacts or change my build, because I definitely have just been lazy in the past and just like whenever I use Rosaria not Hyperbloom, I just left her in the Melt build because it worked. So, anyways, yes, the shield is pain for the seahorse. We're gonna see how it goes. I really have no idea. I have no idea how it's gonna go. So, anyways, let's do the things. Melt second side, I suppose. Blam, 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 blam. And first side. Let's just Hydro Slimes. Let's just... You know what? Cyno only ever gets his time to shine. Cyno only ever gets his time to shine when we're not playing... Wait, what weapon does he have on him? Frick. Cyno only ever gets his time to shine when we are doing floor 9 through 11. I never use him. Never ever use him on floor 12. Yeah. What do you have for a weapon? You have Homa. Oh, your crit ratio is going to be super whack. Okay, it's fine. I guess it's fine. Can you stop spitting fire everywhere? Oh my god, my latency. Oh, this is a good sign. Great. Oh, we're still critting. Or we're just lagging. One of the two things. Alright, I need to fix Cyno's build, but it'll probably be fine for floor 9. You not? Okay, internet seems to have recovered. You know, part of the reason I decided not to just not stream today was because I was like, hey, the internet seems to be working fine. I was wrong. I was very wrong. Cyno was a beast, don't hate him. I didn't say I hate Cyno. But Cyno is not very good on Polearms Only. Axe any of the characters that can utilize him quite well on Polearms Only, and doesn't do anything special, right? Like, he's just not that good for Polearms Only. He doesn't help with any of the problems Polearms Only has, and that's with me having his C2. So, he is just, like, never the ideal option. jungling there.
Solidify.
Just die from... Just die. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. Cyno is like fun, particularly with Thundering Fury. I find him fun to play. It's just like we don't have any good team option for him. This is the team I enjoy the most with him. And yes, I know I enjoy playing Cyno without a shield. I like dodging with Cyno. Crazy, I know. But like we have no good Dendro option to keep up Quicken for more than like 8 seconds to get aggravates consistently. And Raiden is here because he's energy hungry. It just helps smooth out his play and rotation so I can end his rotations early. And Yujin is just buffing normal attack damage. Like, I honestly think this is probably the best variation of a Cyno team I can make. And it's not that good.
Illusion shattered. Break a leg.
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Really? I was looking at chat while I did that, and then I got frozen. I was like, oh. Stop freezing me.
Guilty. Your penance is due. You stand condemned.
Okay. I'm surprised how much I'm seeing crits, by the way, with Staff of Homa, because I'm pretty sure Cyno has something like 40% crit rate right now. Also, can the internet actually just stop lagging? This is fantastic. I love that Genshin's combat for some reason is entirely tied to your internet not being crap. Like, my internet's fine most of the time. It just apparently any time I want to do a frickin' Abyss stream, it's like no. It also makes everything suck on weapons only. Anyways, 40 is enough. I mean, it is enough for floor 9. Freeze these boys as I can. Nice 70 AK there. Oh my god, the legs, man. The leg. Wow. Exciting. Chamber 3. Unstable network. Yes, that's a better word to describe the internet situation right now. More crit. Yeah, we'll take crit. Plop. And we'll take that. Raiden's on a Hyper Boom build, so that's actually probably going to deal more damage than Cyno. Right, Cyno has the same problem that like Raiden Hyper has, by the way, in this account. Like, it's just not useful to have like a Hyper carry Electro DPS. Oh, I don't know. I should have known not to do that. Lady, can you? Okay. Should just do Hyper Boom things. And she's probably gonna die by the time I. Oh no. Okay. Can I stop getting trapped? There we go. Okay, we're fine. Got 33 stars with Lisa and Frem Hyper Carry. I can go back. We're 30 stars now. Nice. Can you back up this way? Oh wait, you're not a jumpy boy. Why did I think you were a jumpy one? You're just gonna follow me over here, so it's fine. Right there. Why did I target that way? Freaking Genshin. Difficult. Alright. Floor 9 done. Let's go fix Cyno, if we're going to continue using Cyno. I do enjoy using Cyno. He feels fun to play. It just doesn't have the feel and output that I need. And I like his weapon on other characters. For floor 12, to be clear. I don't know why I opened those now. I didn't need to do that now. I just saw the check mark and my brain was like, gotta resolve the check. Cyno. Okay, you, I think, yeah, 47 crit rate, 250 crit damage is not exactly ideal. I mean, can we use Homa on him? I'm not gonna say Homa's better than Jade. I think Jade Spear's probably better. But what do we have for like a crit rate circlet? Something with weird. Okay. My crit damage circlet on Thundering Fury has no crit rate. My crit rate circlet has the tiniest amount of crit damage and a lot of ER, which would probably mean I don't need to use Raiden in this build. Well, no. 120 ER is still not really enough. Yeah, we're gonna switch back to Jade Spear, I think. William. Yeah, this is the build with Jade Spear, which is fine. It's not amazing, but it works. It's enough for floor 11, which is where I always use them. Claim, I guess. And all right, 50% increased damage to Hydro, huh? Don't think we're gonna do melt. We're gonna do melt on the first side. Yeah. I think about it. Does could I do Raiden, Yao, Candace, Cyno with Staff of Homa? Would that be a workable build? Sacrifice Yunjin for Candace? Sorry, I'm sorry. I haven't tested this before because I never had an extra Homa to go around. So, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna test it. And when I've tested this, to be clear, I've tested this before just without like this weapon configuration. Alright, so yeah, 78.5, 198. It's a better crit ratio. We have less attack though. I imagine, particularly factoring in the fact that like Jade Spear gives you damage percent bonus after you get max stacks on it, which is pretty easy with him. I don't think Staff of Homa is actually that much better, to be clear. It's got this is a better build as far as crit ratio goes. But you know, the question is going to be with more. I'm going to try it on Staff of Homa with a slightly better crit ratio build, and then we're going to try with Candace. That's the idea. The problem is Candace's Hydra application is, if you're not like trying to front load her application and switching out on her, it's not that high. So, anyways, we'll see. Cyno's long field time synergizes well with Cyno. Cyno's long field time does indeed synergize well with Cyno. You are correct. Can my internet... Seriously. Internet. Stop. Like, for real. What? It's fine. I hate freaking internet inconsistency.
Shine down. We shall prevail.
Justice is upon us. Your penance is due. Guilty.
Yeah, so you can see Yao's like the Yao Candace combo works well, but only when you can do the combo of doing Yao, right? Doing that. Internet. Internet. Oh my god. Okay. I absolutely love. I love that this game, like, this shouldn't be a problem, right? Like, this game should not have to do this. Why? Mahalia, you do not need to make this much of the game rely on internet. So stupid. It's a game. It's running on my computer. Anyways, I'm having a stroke. Sorry. What I was trying to show there was like the Yao Candace combo can create a meaningful amount of hyperbloom, like create a meaningful amount of cores that either Cyno or Raiden could trigger. So that's basically just the hyperbloom, but now I'm having Cyno as an on-field unit, but like it just doesn't actually generate cores meaningfully. Because neither Yao nor Candace, both Yao's Dendro application goes down substantially if I can't on-field Yao and use her burst to maximize like her AoE Dendro application, and Candace's Hydra application goes way down if I can't utilize a combination of her infusion and her switching like front-loaded Hydra application. So it just like doesn't work.
By ordinance divine.
just due to the nature of how both those work. They work together really well. It's a cool synergy that I'm very happy to have, and is definitely a part of the reason like Polearms Only works as well as it does. But it's restrictive. It has to be that core that allows me to on-field Yayo in particular, and switch out. Cyno does not allow me to switch out. So if Cyno allowed me to switch out, right, if he functioned like he should function, like Noelle does, hopefully it's not a hot take. In my opinion, the number one thing that could have fixed Cyno and made him so much more of an interesting and better unit is if he just kept his burst while he swapped out like Noelle does. So, anyways, yeah, he just is like not easy to make any use of on Polearms Only. He's fun. I really enjoy playing him, but as far as like on-field carry DPS playstyles, he's actually one of my preferred ones playstyle-wise. But he got problems. Of course I didn't crit. You die? I love 10-second animations for something dying. Good. I love it.
Illusion shattered.
Really. Please. Oh my god, shop. Can I switch my character? Okay. Whoops, I just somehow tabbed out and moved my stream dashboard. Give me a second, gotta fix my windows. Alright, fixed. There we go. Sorry. Blam. I can still feel, like, even though latency I don't think spiked there at all, it still felt a little goofy switching my characters. I don't have energy. That's annoying. There we go. You stole my energy, didn't you? You are a butthole. Oh, this chamber's already cleared. It's floor 10. Okay. I thought there was another chamber, but hey, I think we have our burst mostly up. It's fine. According to I'm been dead for a long, long time. What does that mean? What? How did you do that IRL beep? I have a button that goes is a button.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Pin them down.
And can I really? And lagging again. Love it. Really? Okay. If the concept of this stream was supposed to be, can Polearms Only 36 star against the annoying seahorse? The real challenge is going to be, can Polearms Only 36 star with my internet being inconsistent? Anyways, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Should probably stand more on the wall so I don't. Wait. I didn't get any particles there. What happened? For real. I did not see any particles from Shenhe's skill. What in the world happened? She like jumped forward, got stopped by the hitbox of the enemy, but it didn't actually hit? It's not like it mattered. It's floor 10, but like, what happened? I don't... Internet is floor 13, exactly. Alright, anyways, we got the defense thing. These boys are easy because they aggro on you pretty easily. So it's just a matter of taking care of these ones really quick. Floor 11 is way less cringe this cycle than it was last month. God, that was awful. Like, genuinely, the last cycle for Polearms Only, floor 11, chamber 1, because of the fact that I don't have groupers to constantly CC the specters that they had spawned, like, ugh, that was awful. I was able to 36 star still, to be clear. It was just annoying. Really annoying, and more annoying than the overall Abyss was. Okay. We'll do Cyno first side, or sorry, Cyno second side. Wait. And Mel can handle the first half. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It will be fine. The thing with doing this Cyno team is that it's not actually a Cyno team, you see. It's actually just the Hyperbloom team, but I can use Cyno if it's a situation where I care less about doing damage constantly. But I can just switch to the good old backup of using the Hyperbloom core. But it tricks people. It tricks people into thinking it's actually a Cyno team. It's not a Cyno team. It just makes you think it is.
That's following order.
Okie.
Solidify.
Alright, run towards me.
Order guide you.
Why did they just get hit away? That was weird. Got
Unleash.
stuck on the pillar.
Do your master's bidding. You can't run. Punishment.
That's close enough.
You, how you not dead? I didn't want to have to use a Rosaria's skill against that one dude, but whatever.
We'll have order.
Whatever.
New gather.
Manifest. By ordinance divine.
I am lagging again. That Rosaria switch took way too long. Turret attack, dummy.
Judgment. Obey.
Okay, don't have energy, but it'll probably be fine. Never the ads not only happen before watching a stream, but during. I've been messing around with, like, YouTube has to do, like, automatic settings for ads. So, the fact of the matter is, I make, like, no money on streams normally, so honestly, they're mostly a waste of time. Other than, like, when people donate. I generally make very little to no money on streams. So, I apologize if there's more ads than there used to be on my streams, but, like, I'm trying to make it, like, more worth my time and playing around with things. But if I turn these ad settings on and it makes my ad revenue go from, like, $1 to $2 a stream, I'm just going to turn them off again because, like, I don't care, right? But anyways, you get the point. So sorry, I'm just experimenting with different settings that YouTube has that's new. It means you might be seeing more ads than normal. I apologize. It might not be the case forever.
Judgment is upon us.
There we go. That was finally a good Cyno sequence. And now we're gonna Hyperbloom combo. See, Hyperbloom is stronger than Cyno. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I just joined and confused what's happening. We're trying to 36-star on Polearms Only. We're almost in Chamber 12 where we had to deal with the butthole seahorse. I don't think it will be that hard, but we'll find out. We will find out.
Solidify.
How did I not get a fab trigger? Oh my god. Can I get a fab? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Everything's gone wrong at the start here, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do that. Internet, I need to switch my characters. Oh my god. Like I said, the real challenger is the internet this stream, apparently. Just cryo things, that's annoying. Slightly annoying. I mean, the nice thing about this team is there's basically nothing it can do. Even if something's cryo immune, Shungling does not care. And if something is pyro immune, Rosaria does not care.
I will have order.
Wham. When's anyone's battle when a new polearm character actually releases, by the way? Because right now it's looking like we ain't get... Oh, I probably should not have done that. Oh well. Right now it's looking like we're not going to get a new polearm character for this account for maybe 4 months or longer. Which, I don't know. The stupid thing is like we might have enough wishes by then to have a not unrealistic chance of getting... like I have a guarantee right now, right? So we have a not unrealistic chance. Like we're gonna have enough wishes by the time a new 5-star polearm releases. We'll be able to guarantee like a C2 if their C2 seems worthwhile. And more importantly, like we might have so many wishes that if we get like lucky, it's like it might be an amount of wishes that's not unfeasible to get a C6, which is so stupid because there's just been no characters they've released. They have not released any new polearm characters in forever. So, make it does not count. The last real one was Yao Yao. Why is there no enemies here?
There is no escape. You, grant us your blessing.
Yeah, I'll take it, I guess, but... feel like this chamber could be slightly more difficult than one Ruin Guard. What's the last enemy here? I forgot. I don't know. Floor 11 is so much easier this time around, which is, in my opinion, probably a good thing. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is the easiest. This might be the easiest floor 11 they've had in a while, because they've been making a lot of floor 11s relatively annoying lately. I didn't actually get enough triggers of Thundering Fury to justify the extra skill there. Just die, please. Just die, please. Just die, please. There we go. Yayo is great, though. Yes, Yayo is great. I didn't say Yayo's bad. Yayo is actually really amazing. She was definitely a game changer for Polearms Only. But she's still not perfect, to be clear. Polearms Only, if we could really, like, unlock the versatility of using our characters in different ways, a better, like, a real animo that's, like, a supportive animo, not, like, a okay hyper carry like Xiao, would be nice. And then a better Dendro would be nice. I honestly don't... more Hydro could be nice too, but like a Hydro, honestly, I think is less important. Candace is... you have to work around her downsides. Like, more Hydro options would be nice. But yeah, Polearms Only just needs more supportive options, because so often Polearm units just end up being like DPS variations. So, we'll see. All the slimes.
Obey. Nice and spicy. You can't run.
And blam. We need energy up. Okay.
By ordinance divine. Punishment.
Probably should have waited on that. That was a bit dumb, but you know what? Oh well.
You can't run.
Order guide you. Gather.
Manifest.
These are not immune, right? No, they're not. Okay, good. Soul missed the claim button twice now? What do you mean? I didn't miss the claim button. I keep clicking on... oh, the battle pass thing, right? The battle pass thing, if you're talking about that, I assume. I didn't miss it. I just keep going to it and being like, I don't need this right now. So I just ignored it. But my brain sees the thing, and I'm just like, hey, let's do the thing. Alright, I have played this... ignore everything I just did in the last cycle there, because good lord, that was terrible. I needed to, like, you know... get my bursts up and do things properly, and have the internet not lag out when I'm trying to switch my characters. Through your shield, and you're dead. Cloud Retainer, yes. Cloud Retainer could be a potential supportive animo unit. Internet, can you recover? Okay, thank you. Oh yes, this should be interesting. Oh, we don't really need to use Candace here, I suppose. These things do a bit of damage, actually. I might actually have to play well here. This is definitely the only interesting chamber pre-floor 12 in this Abyss. Now, don't. Okay, one's dead. Blam. No, 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 no. Okay. Oh my god. I believe this thing is the same moves as Vivian, if I recall. Ow. Oh, I just realized I have to do more damage than this. Okay. I was playing a little bit coy. We're fine. We're fine. Yeah, we're fine. No problem. I was just playing a little bit coy. No problem. Alright. Let's switch builds a little bit, because we gotta switch our build back to the build I had on Rosaria, the freeze build for Hyperbloom, basically. So the plan, for those that are just joining, I went over this at the beginning of the stream, but much more people are watching right now. You do so much more damage than me on my normal account. I mean, the interesting thing, right, with this account is because your characters are limited, you can hyper focus, like, you can hyper invest on, like, more characters. Versus, on normal accounts, it's better to focus on, like, diversity of things rather than, sure. Okay, thanks, game. You can focus on the diversity of options rather than, because that's just better, right? It's better to have more versatility to deal with different situations the Abyss can throw at you if your goal is to like clear Abyss, right? But with Polearms Only, you can just hyper invest in every individual character, right? And in particular, like, you can afford to make decisions. Like, to be clear, I've gotten very lucky on weapons. This weapon I got in 30 pulls, this weapon I got in 10 pulls, this weapon I got in 60, and then I got an extra one, a Jade Spear on each of the Homa banners. Each Homa took 100 and some pulls, right? So the amount of 5-star weapons I have on this account is pretty lucky. But you can, like, make easier risks, and it's easier to make, like, risk management as far as, like, how to spend your wishes and how to invest in your characters into builds, right? When you have a limitation like Polearms Only. So that's part of the reason I'm doing more damage, right? It's because I can just invest more in it rather than investing in options. Because I have no additional options, I just invest heavily in the options I do have, right? I didn't change her artifacts. Let's also, here, let's claim this so we can stop being distracted by it. Blam. Wonderful. Oh, now there's more things to claim. I'm sorry. All right, we got to change our build quick, and then we'll deal with 412. So, which seems to be lined up with all the people joining the stream. Okay, let's Rosaria. Put Rosaria back on home. And then we gotta go to Freezies, which I believe is going to be this. And then I got lag when I'm switching artifacts. That's lovely. Lag is great. And then when in Hyperbloom, because of the fact that we are going to... Hyperbloom also is not going to always have Cryo Ore, so you also don't have Cryo Resonance. So theoretically, I actually want more crit rate than I do have on my Blizzard Strayer build for Hyperbloom specifically. But this is like the most crit rate I can give. So anyways... while actually taking advantage of Blizzard Strayer to any meaningful degree. So, anyways, 31, 259. This is the ER timepiece because Hyperbloom, she's solo cryo. She needs quite a bit of ER. This actually might still not be enough, but it's what she has, so it's going to be good enough. And the plan is for 412, right? The horse is a butthole. The shield is in particular a pain in the arse. Pyro is decent enough at getting through it that I think Hu Tao will be fine, right? So we'll do Hu Tao first side, and then... yeah, and then Hu Tao probably can handle all the other things. Because this is a fairly single target... decent, like, nice for single target DPS Abyss. And Hu Tao is plenty of single target output. So, yeah. And second side, we are going to Hyperbloom it up. So, without Cyno this time, sorry. Instead, we're going to play around with Freeze Rosaria. Let's actually try to like rotate properly in this team. So, it'd be something like Yao into Rosaria, into Raiden, into Candace, I believe. And then... No. I think it is into Candace. Yes, into Candace, into Raiden. And then I cycle back, get some front-loaded application from Candace, and do Yao Burst. Okay. So Hu Tao. Should we do Mono Power Hu Tao? Let's do Mono Power Hu Tao. Something like that. Right. I mean, you might argue that I should use Toma instead of Zhongli, but I'm not gonna put Toma on a burst build. I don't feel like it. Too much of a pain. Yeah, let's just do that. Mono Power Hu Tao, let's go. Yes, this is C1 Hu Tao. Fav's passive does a lot. Yeah, the most important weapon on Polearms Only is definitely Fav. Speaking of, Xiao should be on Fav on this team. It's fine. Alright, seahorse time. Okay. Getting through it a little bit slower than I was hoping. you not be cringe? I hate this thing. No, oh, that's what I wanted to avoid. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine because we can knock it down pretty quickly. Okay, okay. And do that. And do that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I can do this better. I can do this way better. It isn't that tanky after you get a shield down, as you can see. Oh, I should have been doing N2C. It's not that tanky. Okay. We might just succeed at our first try. I thought that thing would be a problem, but it's got way less HP than I honestly expected. I don't know why I thought it would have more HP. It felt like it lasted longer on my main account than it... But, I mean, that's just Hu Tao going burr. Like, that's a good... I love this account, by the way, for being an illustration that you, like, don't need to play Hu Tao with vape. Like, the entire conversation around Hu Tao was always like, you gotta vape, gotta vape, gotta vape, gotta vape, gotta vape, gotta... Like, you don't have to. Especially if, like, so many Hu Tao players like getting C1 in Homa. And especially if you get C1 in Homa, you don't have to. Like, I don't know. Anyways. Not saying you have to do mono pyro Hu Tao, to be clear. It's just, she's actually more interesting and has more options to work around with how her kit works than you might think. So... Mika's better than Kokomi. Exactly, exactly. Alright, let's... What is this? Oh, it's the doggos. We'll be fine. Well, we're not fine if I can't change my characters. Oh my god. I need to switch my characters with internet. Internet! Christ. Oh my god, the internet, please. Okay, okay, okay. Wait for things to do. I don't know if I'm in the right spot for the wizards that spawn, but it'll probably be fine. It'll probably be fine. This is literally the perfect situation, by the way, for this Hyper Bloom team. Yeah. Oh, why are you still alive? Butthole. Can I switch my characters? Freaking internet, man. Oh my god. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, yeah, that's not where I want to be. I want to be, like, over here. Okay, good, 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 good. Alright, alright, let's see if we can do this. Oh, man, we don't have energy yet. Oh, we're fucked. Yep, we're screwed. Okay. I really needed energy up when they got... Okay. No. We gotta retry. Okay. Internet screwed me there. Let's see. I told you. This is the internet challenged me, the Abyss, not the seahorse. I thought it was gonna be the seahorse. The seahorse seems to be slightly annoying with the shield, and, like, we could... I'm pretty sure we could probably... If I did things better, I'm pretty sure I can probably get the seahorse down before it, like, goes up in the air. We could clear it in, like, sub 1 minute easily. But the internet screwed me there, and then I was in the wrong position and didn't have my burst up for Candace when I got the things grouped, so that was bad. Anyways. Got a vape, that's what a lot of people said for you in boot camp, exactly. Yes, Hu Tao is balanced around vape, but more than viable outside of it. So. Oh, you know what? Wait. So if you didn't notice, like, it might be her, I don't know. The seahorse's shield does not come up. That does not appear, does not generate until... Should I choose HP, by the way? HP might be better, but, you know, it does not appear until, like, it's done with this stupid animation. So I should probably wait a second before I use Xiangling. Oh, I still think I did a little bit early. Whatever. do this because you're a butthole. I really wanted to get... Okay, yeah. Oh, there we go, there we go, we got it. Aw, crap. Crap, man. Okay, I still think it's doable. It's... I think if I had more energy on Xiangling so that I could, like, properly try to do things... I goofed this up again. If I had more energy on Xiangling, I could probably... do this better. No, I'm out of stamina because I was a bit too aggressive with my dash canceling. There we go. Like, I'm clearing it in a minute and 10 seconds there with screwing up. I'm pretty sure we could clear that even much faster, but yeah, I know if you destroy the shield quickly enough. That's what I was trying to do. That's what I was actually focusing and not talking there. Oh my god, internet, stop. I just saw it spike to 999. The love of everything. Stop. Like, I'm not streaming it in like an abnormally high bitrate or anything. Like, ugh, freaking awful. What am I doing? It's just doggos. Okay, so the plan is I want to try to stay over here, so I'm going to try to kite the doggos over here a little bit. If my brain can function and I don't get annoyed at the internet. Just don't screw me over, net. Yeah. It's already lagging. Alright, cool. Good. Let me switch up to... What? I swear to god, I used... Did I not use... Oh my god, I can't switch my characters. Oh, it's so awful. The internet, man. The internet is for real, the real challenge here. Oh my god, I hate everything. Not being able to switch my characters properly in this team really sucks. I don't have any of the things up. Okay. Like, these should be dead forever ago, but I keep on not being able to switch my character. Okay, I gotta go double check and see if, like, someone is streaming at the highest fucking resolution Netflix movie in the world. Like, why? Man, the freaking switching. Like, I can't switch my characters properly. I just gonna send a message to... Cash is freaking out. Let's see. Okay, send a message. Let's see. Any chance? Actually, you know what? No. I changed my mind. I was about to message, see if they're doing something on the internet that's actually causing a nightmare. This nightmare situation. I feel like if I tell her this, she might just be like, restart the router, and I don't want that. Have I tried aggravate Raiden? Yes, I have. In that same, well, not that same exact team. Not with having a stroke. Hu Tao. I saw Hu Tao on screen. Rosaria. I believe I used Zhongli. So, like, Zhongli, Quick Bloom, Raiden, basically. But the problem is, again, that the Hyper Bloom, the core generation combo doesn't really work, and Yaga's Dendra application is pretty so it's okay. Hybrid Raiden is genuinely quite fun. I can show it after this Abyss if someone reminds me, but okay. That was a failure of a dash cancel. Alright, get some fab, please. Fab, please. Fab, please. Really? I really needed a fab proc there. Okay. Well, whatever. Can Xiao destroy these? Can I switch my characters? You can. Good.
Solidify.
Get them!
What is happening? I just noticed I'm over 50k health, or over 50% health on Hutao. If I wasn't over 50% health there, the thing would probably be dead. Everything's going wrong. No. Oh my god. Whatever, it's fine. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. You did proc fab, but the ping stopped it? Oh. Why? Why? Why, man? Why? I swear to God, the internet only does this on the fucking... Okay, you know what? I don't want to do this because it's just going to make the stream look even worse, and it already looks potato half the time because YouTube compression go. But you know what? Whatever. I'm going to change the bitrate. Sorry. This might not... This is... I don't know. I don't think this issue is going to actually do anything meaningfully, so... let's... I don't know. The 5,500 kilobits per second instead of 7,000. So if the stream looks worse quality, I'm sorry. I have to try something to make it less painful. Oh, and then it immediately just spiked again. Okay. Well, it seems to have done nothing. Well, here we go. Oh, hey, 1 successful character switch, 2 successful character switches, 3 successful character switches. What is this world? I don't like having to be able to switch my character. Oh, well, nope, now the lag. Okay, but... Probably should have Fav on Candace in this team too, by the way. That would probably help some of my issues a little bit here. Let's just strafe them over here a little bit. Over this. Over this. Over this. Yeah, I really should have Candace on Fab probably right now, but it's fine. Can you die? Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay. Oh no, Candace's burst isn't up again. I made the same mistake.
Shine down. You can't run. Do your worst.
No. Don't teleport. No. Fricks, man. Oh my god, like...
Illusion shattered.
I swear to you, I switched to... Ah, frick, man. No, god, man. Okay, okay. It's chamber 1, brain. Just switch Candace to Fav and we have less issues. Okay, just switch it Fav. Let's fix some of our problems. I like having Candace in the higher damage build, to be clear, but it's on a measurable level generally worse. We're not using Shenhe in this instance, so we're just going to take our R3 Fav, blam, blams, let's go. And we might actually want to... It'll probably be fine. We're gonna get Fab particles. She has less ER with the Fab versus catch, but the Fab particles make the bigger difference, right? So, and it'll help keep Rosaria's and other bursts, Yaoya's burst up a little bit too. Yaoya I don't think really needs some help. Okay, okay. Try this again. Try this again. HP buff would help. Yep. You're right. I should probably choose the HP buff. Let's try that. Might help a little bit. Alright.
Nice and spicy.
I can't switch my character immediately. Oh my god. Oh my god. Internet, please. Why? I hate. I'm so sorry to anyone that joined this stream or is watching the VOD and like. This is the experience. This is like cool. I really love fucking internet. I love the state of fucking internet in the United States, where the United States is just like, yeah, we're gonna give the United States government's literally given billions of taxpayer dollars to people, or to internet companies to build out fiber, and then you still have situations like this where I live in like a collection. I live in a suburb where there's a whole fuck ton of houses very close to each other, where you would think the internet companies would want to build fiber out, but no, they don't, because they just lie and steal the money from taxpayers instead, and the government's like, yeah, that's fine. So cool. Anyways, that's what I blame. I blame the United States. Holy shit, I was able to move my character. Okay. I might not be able to avoid it doing that. I don't want to... Okay, it's fine. Let me do this. Here we go. Forget Shao as a burst. Oh. Ah, come on. Oh, you dodged. Oh man, I was like, we were gonna get a minute clear, but then he dodged. Butthole. Butthole. I still got an achievement for some reason. Yeah, the internet is winning, I know. No major problems switching this far. I mean, I didn't have Yao-Yo. That was a bit dumb, but it's fine. I also don't have Candace up right now, so that was a really... Okay. Now I'm just making mechanical mistakes. The internet's working okay enough for now. But I'm making mechanical mistakes. Good. Can you die, please? Please. Okay. Why? Oh, frick, man. Why do they group like that? Ow. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. And, man, why? What? Oh, I don't have Hydro going because I used it early. Yep. Why? Oh man, the overload is now causing problems too. Whatever. Yeah. Bro, why? To be clear, so a lot of those problems were my fault, but like, why do they group like that? I wanted them to group in my face, not... Ugh. Use Raiden's Burst to kill Last Wolf. You do realize Raiden's Burst is going to do, like, no damage. Like, to be clear, I have considered, like, sacrificing some EM on Raiden to put the new Battle Pass weapon on her to give some crits so that she could actually do some meaningful damage in that situation, but I don't currently have that weapon leveled up. And it's sacrificing, like, 100 EM or so, which is probably fine, but not always. So, anyways. God dang it, man. God freaking dang it. I did that a bit early again. I don't think I can get this thing down in its first phase here, so I think it's more just being smart with when it goes into its next phase, right? But Alright, we still do... Okay, I gotta do better than that, though, because we still do want to get it to trigger its up in the air phase as soon as possible. Like, we just wasted 10 seconds there because we didn't do well enough at getting its shield down. Does shield just stop taking damage at a certain point? Is that why this thing is so cringe? I feel like it doesn't. I'm just bad, but I don't know. Alright. Oh, I can't switch my characters. Frickin' Jesus, internet. Let me oh my god. I hate everything. Okay, yeah, that was a little bit more scuffed, but it's fine. Use Resin to destroy Pyro Abyss mages? Yes, but overload causes a problem. You can see if I don't get the shields down at the same time, like, overload, like, what happened there was, like, I was doing overload on their shield, and then it was blowing the other one away, so, like, I still, like, that last situation where I failed, I could have probably potentially still cleared in that situation, even with them grouped a little bit not ideally, if Resin hadn't been overloading and blowing them apart, right? So, that's the main problem, and I don't know, there's not much I can do to avoid that, to be clear, than just trying to get their shield down at exactly the same time. Did I just not get particles on Rosari's skill there? Why? Game. Freaking, okay. It's fine.
You can't run. Shiver. Hear my prayer. You.
Okay, gotta make sure I get Canvas skill back. Where? There, I only see one. Where did the other one go? For fuck's sake, man. Alright, no. There's 30 seconds left for the freaking mages and their shield, and that dude at half health, that just was not doing anything. I don't know what the frick that wolf was doing, just sitting there, doing nothing. I love when enemies do that in Genshin, but, you know, cool. Horse's shield is a small hitbox, you need to target better. Oh, does it like the freaking crab? Oh my god, I'll be honest. Unintuitive spots for hitboxes are the dumbest idea they've had in a while, I think. Where's the shield? There's no visual indicator for where the shield, like, the crab hitbox, I get it, because it's like, okay, it's its horns. It's kind of an interesting gimmick for the crab. It's fine. This thing, what are you supposed to be targeting? What do you mean, what am I supposed to target better? Genshin is a massive auto-targeting jank half of the time. There ain't freaking much I can do about targeting it better, but unless there's something in particular I'm targeting, that is very not obvious that they've done a terrible job at designing that. So, anyways, Seahorse is cringe and designed like crap. Am I having fun? I mean, I'd be fine, honestly. I'd be not annoyed about this situation if it weren't for my freaking internet, man. Is it the stupid little pearl? Is that what it is? So I need to, what? I need to try to, like, position myself in front? Is that why? Hmm. Alright, yeah, you do your thing. I wanted to, whatever. No. Okay. Do you have Nubilet book in Weapon Banner only? If yes, could be super OP charge attack Barbara weapon. No, it's not really that good for charge attack Barbara because charge attack Barbara, you gotta realize crit damage 1. You don't get the stacks on the charge attack bonus unless you lose health or your health changes, and that's not a constant. And then 2, HP does basically nothing for Barbara. 3, they already mentioned the how to build stacks, but 3, on a baseline of the crit damage, what value of the crit? It's lower base attacks, Barbara skills and attacks, so that's not ideal, and then higher crit damage. The value of your crit damage is tied to how much crit rate you can have, and it's much harder to get towards when you have an 88 crit damage weapon. It makes it very easy to get to 200 crit damage builds, and if remember, everyone recommends 200 crit damage, right, or 1 to 2 crit ratio. So if you have 200 crit damage, your ideal is getting as close to 100 crit rate as possible, and that is just not doable. And I have decent artifacts already for the Lost Prayers build. It's good enough. I'm not saying it'd be the worst weapon ever, but Homa is also not that useful for weapons only, so I'm not wishing on that banner. Honestly, the weapons only is in a weird state right now where there's no weapon banners for me to wish on that have any meaningful value to the account. I should have been switching more. I'm in a wrong position here, but it's fine. I should probably try to stay in the middle now that I think about it, where all the wolves are spawning. Beware of Angry Dog. I'm honestly kind of surprised I never got that before. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Too easy. Crank up your blood. Stay put.
Why? No, I didn't want to push you away. For fuck's sake. Can I switch my characters? Oh my fuck's sake, man.
There is no escape.
Oh my god. Oh Christ's sake. No! I didn't clear it. Fuck. Why? Oh, my brain. I effed up there. I absolutely effed up there. I mean, the internet effed me a little bit, but I definitely effed up there. It's not the seahorse. It's my internet and being bad at this point. Just try the next floor. Well, that may have been a good idea. Too late now. I already hit abandoned. My bad. I did it on autopilot. Whoops. No, we are continuing. Yeah, my brain just ceased to function on trying to properly sequence anything in that bit there. Oh well. You know what? Here. There. The reason that is relevant is for extra energy for shuttling. That's the only reason. It might make a slight difference. What am I doing? Do-do-do. Wouldn't Rosaria help a lot with the seahorse? Maybe, but the hyperfridge interaction is nice, and I want to what do I do? And I don't know. I could tweak it, right, and I could do melt on the first half, for example, and then do a Hu Tao team on the second half or something. Honestly, it'd probably work fine. But doing melt on the first half takes away. The problem is doing melt on any half takes away good teammates for Hu Tao. So, and I could just not use Hu Tao, to be clear, and do a different force slot for Hyperbloom. I could do the Burgeon mix. There very well might be team combinations that can do this slightly easier than how I'm having it be right now. Oh my god, that was bad. That was terrible. What am I doing? Oh, my internet is lagging. That's what I'm doing. Can you not do this attack? Hate that. Man. Oh, I didn't dash cancel properly. No, I should have been able to knock him down there. I just failed my freaking dash cancels, man. I don't have Shunling's burst up. Oh, good. Well, I don't have stamina, too. That was scuffed. That was scuffed. Melt with Hu Tao on field. It doesn't work well. I can tell you. The problem is that, like, you need to... It works okay. It's okay. The problem is that Shenhe and, like, if I do, like, say, Hu Tao, Shenhe, Xiangling, and then Zhongli probably for protection, you really want to use 2 skills in Shenhe. Shenhe's ER needs to go up the freaking roof without Rosaria, and when you're only using 1 skill per rotation. It's really annoying, and I don't have the artifacts for it. I didn't need to do that. I don't know why I did that. That was just dumb. A waste of time. Wasted like 5 seconds there for no reason. I was like thinking Raiden's skill needed to be refreshed, but I think I'd already refreshed it relatively recently. How did I get my burst back? Okay, there we go. Can't switch my characters because lag. It's fantastic, but it's fine. You know, we'll be fine. I don't have any Dendrab going, so I missed time some things, but it's fine. Can you, like, I love that this dude was just chilling out in the not damage zone. Like, it just lost. Why, man? Why? Why do they do this? No, and I'm on the complete wrong side because he teleported and then oh, fuck's sake, man. No, I hate, no. Frick that dude. Redoing that attempt. Screw that. I did the wrong buff. I meant Rosaria, Shenhe, Hu Tao, Xiangling. Who's gonna heal on that team? I can. Look, okay. I'm not gonna say you always need healing or shielding. You don't always need healing or shielding. I prefer it. That's all it comes down to. Like, yeah. I could if we're going to try to clear just chamber 1 and we don't care about our health in the next chamber kind of thing. It might be more than doable if I'm doing it through that method, but I'd rather not. I want to try to clear the Abyss in one full sequence without having to, like, redo specific chambers is my ideal, personally.
Solidify!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! You're toast!
Can I switch my characters? Oh my god. Oh. Let me switch my characters. Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Jesus Christ, man. I love it. I really love not being able to switch my characters. No, that was kind of pointless because we still had Chung Ling. Okay, whatever. Who needs dash canceling? Not me. Shai was not a DPS. Shai was an animal support. It's Polearms Only. You gotta think about characters differently. Okay, I really wanted to charge attack and not in that direction, but you know, Genshin auto-targeting Jang for the win, I guess. Do that. I don't think I can. Oh, no, I do have. Okay, never mind. Okay. Now. Why am I struggling so much here? Okay, you need to not... Why? Why? There we go, okay. I panicked there a little bit at the end, but we're fine. There we go. Oh, that took way too long. Oh my god, okay. That Hyperbloom team is so weird. Like, it's really... Of any Hyperbloom team I find, it's quite punishing to playing wrong. And like that's what you saw there at the end there, where like having to deal with weird situations like the shield, where you can deal with them, thanks Candace is a fairly good front-loaded Hydro application that can do a bunch of instances of Hydro really quickly. With her switching out, and then her C6 too helps a lot, to be clear. Without Candace C6, that team works much less well. But like... Yeah, a lot of that was me misplaying. A lot of that was frustration due to the internet. Like, the seahorse was not that bad, honestly. It was not that bad. It was just annoying. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, attack this boy. Okay, you might actually get through the shield, which scares me a little bit. Can you stop? Bro.
Nothing. This is order. Stabilize.
I wanted to use Hu Tao's burst there, but in the previous rotation, but I didn't have a good opportunity to, and at this point I'm gonna save it. You be slightly less crunch. There we go. Okay. Polearm grouper would be useful now. Yeah. Indeed. Alright, I don't know where our energy state is, but I think we got enough elemental application going on in this team that this shouldn't be that much of a problem.
You can't run.
Can you be just stop, bro?
There is no escape. Judgment.
These dudes are interrupting me so much. It's so kind of awful right now. It's fine. We'll probably be fine. We'll see there. Let me get my skill up. I really need to switch and use other skills. I'm playing this really bad.
We shall prevail. Yield. You can't run. Shiver. Go. Stay put. Judgment. Break this weapon. You can't run.
Struggling a bit here. You can see this Hyperloom team is not as good in single target. Go figure. When all your application is tied to AoE things.
Shine down.
See, this is actually an example of where,
You're up.
okay. This is an example of where, obviously I can clear that. This is an example of where, like, having Raiden, though, on that build I suggested before, but the one before I suggested where I just swap to the new Battle Pass weapon that gives... Can I view the Battle Pass from here? Yes. So the new Battle Pass weapon gives 120 EM, which, if I get R5 of it, is technically an upgrade over Dragon's Bane for Hyperbloom. But this weapon would be like sacrificing at R1 would be like sacrificing 100 EM in favor of giving some crit to Raiden. And I can't show you Raiden's build right now, but she would have... I actually have a little bit of crit damage substats on her flop artifacts. So it would make her crit for not insignificant damage on aggravates. That could help me get through situations like that. And it could be quite relevant. But
I will have order.
I don't know why I did that. That was kind of pointless, to be honest. Kind of just a waste of... Okay. My thinking there was they had Pyro Aura on them still. Use Shao's Burst because the skill wasn't available, and then swirl Pyro around, and I failed. Yeah. Raiden ult, because the reason I was just talking about, she's on flop. It doesn't do anything other than like recharge your bursts. It's not worth the field time. The goal of that team is to maximize the field time of Yaoyao and Candace, while trying to like deal with the dynamic of quick swapping, making sure I use extra skills in Rosaria. That a character that takes extra field time by using Raiden's burst is not very valuable other than for the energy refunding in the situation right now. It might have been worth to use there at the very end. It might have made the slight difference, but most of the time it's not worth it for how it interrupts the sequence of play for the rest of how the team works, right? But there is situations where it can be worth it, and that might have been one of them. Lag and switching, cool. I love it. No, game. You saw that Xiangling popped up in Zhongli's burst animation there? I think that's what happened. It's because I switched to Xiangling before I did Zhongli's burst or before I hit Q, and then I did Zhongli's freaking burst. Oh my god, man.
Stabilize.
Nice and spicy.
I didn't use Xiangling there, by the way. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Doesn't matter. I definitely did that intentionally. I didn't want to hit you, but whatever. Can I switch my character? Thank you. Okay. Thanks. I appreciate it. Brain, why did you do that? Don't ask. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I also think I didn't get Shimenawas as I did that. Even better. Okay. Oh boy, the misplays, man. There we go. That was terrible, honestly. That was really terrible. Appa is the next leeway Archon. Indeed, indeed. Fab, please. Thank you. Please, stop interrupting me. The interruptions are the real problem here. In single target, you have to make sure, in this combination, you have to make sure you do more Yaoyao charge attacks. I probably should have. Oh my god. How do you not have your burst back? God, frick, man. I wasted like the entire Candace burst there. Basically. I didn't get a fab proc. Please. Oh my god, finally. Jesus Christ. That was actually terrible. So much downtime there that I wasted because of that one screwed up timing on Candace's burst. Like I said, this Hyperbloom team, I like that this Hyperbloom team is punishing the play, because it normally most Hyperbloom variations are relatively mindless. This one takes concerted effort to like try to use the abilities in the right way. And I oftentimes screw it up, despite using this team for a quite significant amount of time. I don't know why. Now I was talking and then I stopped thinking, so I may have just screwed up the clear here. See, you don't want to avoid this situation where I just did 3 seconds of no. Like you need the Dendro application and the Hydro application simultaneously to generate cores. There's going to be minor amounts of downtime, but as long as you're smart with it, it's fine. But when you screw up the timing for when you use each of those, like I did there, it kind of Fs up your whole cycle, and then yeah. So that was my bad. That was a complete misplay. I should have had that there. What am I doing? There, my brain just failed the brain. Okay, good. We killed those in one rotation. Perfect. Do this. Yes, Xiao's burst I am using to fill in downtime from his skill. There we go. Okay, that was probably about as solid as a clear as I could have. As if Albedo's Geo, Walmart, Shungling. So Phone and Welkin Battle Pass player would say this isn't a whale abyss. It's actually nice. No, I agree. It's not that hard of an abyss. I'm just struggling with Polearms Only things, basically. That's all that's really happening here. I don't know why I switched to Resin. That was kind of pointless. Well, I mean, switching to Resin wasn't pointless technically because of getting the Hydra application out from Candace, but... Can I stop being interrupted? Man! Okay, that's fine. Okay, get the engine going. I already have Raiden's skill up, should be fine. I should not forget to do that. By that I mean, yeah, skill. A little bit misaligned there, but it's fine. Wait, well, I got interrupted with. I heard the dialogue line for freaking Yaoyao, and then I got interrupted, and it didn't actually throw her skill out. Hang on. That's not ideal. Stop interrupting. Yeah, the interrupting of Yao's skill is really annoying there. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, see? Decent clear on the first side, and then we had like 15 seconds remaining there. Without any insane misplays there. The only misplays were like not noticing that Yao's skill got interrupted kind of thing and slightly misaligning Yao's and Candace's bursts, but it's still relatively forgiving, right? It just takes much more intention than I think the average Hyperbloom team. So honestly, it's still by far my favorite Hyperbloom team to play. It's got its problems. Like, it's definitely a lot worse of a Hyperbloom team in single target than like a Xingqiu Nahida Hyperbloom team. Go figure. But I don't know. It's really fun. So I quite like that Hyperbloom team. Okie dokie. Let's just rip through this lady. Where'd you go? There you are. Oh, that was bad. Okay, can I, like, actually properly dash cancel? Get any value out of my constellation? Oh, okay. Do this. Just swirl. I don't know if there's a grouping strategy for these enemies, by the way. There might be. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's a little annoying. Dang it, man, I wanted Bev. I don't know if I actually swirled Pyro, so I'm doing this just in case. Refreshing this. Okay, that was a little bit scuffed. And I failed the dash. Oh. Okay. What happened? Did I take damage while the tutorial screen was up? No. Okay, I don't think we have. I was just like, what I thought happened there was that the game like gave me a tutorial as I cleared it. And I was just like, my brain just like sat there computing like, and I think Hu Tao died, or the shield expired. Okay, I think the timer was the timer still running there? I think the timer was still running. So this is, oh my god. Okay, I know that's the stupid bond of life where you're supposed to overheal to get rid of it. It's like, yeah, whatever. I don't think we can clear this in this time frame, but you know what, we're gonna try. I thought we might get Candace's burst out. That's why I stayed on field with her. This is at least a test of how our damage rate goes. Stop it. Okay, I mean, we started at what, like 8 minutes 20 seconds, and we're a little bit over halfway. I don't think I've like played all that specifically well against this boy. So I think can you like stop? Yeah, I think we're fine. Let's clear properly on the first side. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways,
Solidify.
Oh, god damn it, can I?
Stabilize.
Get on the ground. Out of stamina. 2 N2C dummy.
Electrified.
Oh, I probably should have let Xiangling kill that so I could have gotten DV on the second one, but whatever.
Nice and spicy.
There we go. Okay, much better. There we go. This is the real Hu Shao moment, exactly.
Stay put. Judgment.
Lights out. Healed. Illusion shattered.
Wait, how did I not get Hydra on him? You freaking butthole, dude.
Do your work.
I lost a little bit of damage at the very beginning there just because yeah, somehow avoided that Hydra out. I don't really know how, but whatever.
You can't run. Shiver. Shine down.
Don't be scared.
Blade. Just a grave.
Let me use my ability. Shouldn't have to do that.
Stay put.
Okay, that was some weird lag on
You can't run.
getting my ability back there, but whatever.
Healing grab. There is no escape.
Don't be scared.
You stop. No, okay. There we go. Do that, and you're dead. You're very dead. You're very dead. No problem. Alright, yep. Yep, with proper, decent play on the second and third chamber, predictably, we're not a problem. Success. Success. Yeah, not by far, nowhere near the hardest abyss for Polearms Only. If anyone has watched, I imagine a lot of my viewers right now is a fairly higher than average, fairly higher than average viewership for my streams. So if you're not familiar with my Polearms Only streams, as far as like abyss cycles go, this was not the hardest one anywhere by far. The most miserable one was the one that was like probably 5-6 months ago, where I had to do with the where's this motherfucker? Sorry, this motherfucker. This dude, the Aeon Drain, because it goes in the air, and you have to trigger it. You have to you're supposed to use a bow character, right? I had to use Shao, and oh my god, that was awful. And I don't remember if I made a video out of it, after I finally cleared it or not. I know I figured out the formula or something on stream, and then it took me 12 hours total, basically. And it's not all on stream. I was able to 36 star. The only abyss, since I started a 36 starring abyss in Polearms Only, the only abyss I have not been able to 36 star is the one with the Baptist, because, and this one I may have been able to the 36 star still, but oh, I don't even have the map unlocked. I was gonna click on it, but yeah, the Inquisitive Baptist that has the 3 different elemental types of shields. The only team I could realistically have that could have dealt with that dude was the Hyperbloom team, but you saw there where the Hyperbloom team has this sequence where it really wants me to save my bursts and line them up properly together. But the Inquisitive Baptist forced me to use my Candace burst to be able to get through a shield, and the way that it all lined up basically was such that if I used my Candace's burst to get through a shield, I wouldn't have my Candace burst to be able to actually do damage when he didn't have his shield up, right? And it's possible I might have been able to figure out the timing for that, but I just didn't. I just decided it wasn't worth the time. So that's literally the only abyss, was when, because the main problem with Polearms Only, the biggest restriction is that the lack of flexibility in having a bunch of different elements to deal with different situations. So the main abyss that stopped Polearms Only from succeeding was the abyss that threw 500 different elemental requirements at me. So yeah, and it still might have been possible. I was very on the fence of whether or not it was actually possible. So yeah. What's my current 36 star streak? Oh, I don't go for 36 star streaks. I mean, technically it's at 3. The reason I don't go for 36 star streaks, I just clear Here, let's go back over here. Whenever there's a new, right, like, so every either 6, so Abyss resets on the 1st and 16th of every month, right? So functionally, like, every either 6 weeks or 4 weeks. So, like, the previous Abyss lineup of enemies lasted 4 weeks, and then I'm guessing this one is going to last through this enemy lineup is going to last the full patch. Because the last Abyss cycle was easier, I 36 starred on both of them, right? But you can see, like, these ones, I only 27 starred. It's not that I couldn't 36 star. You see I 36 starred. But then I didn't 36 star the following ones just because it wasn't worth the time. Because a lot of times Abysses just take too much time for me to do. And, like, I have other content I want to work on. And to justify, like, potentially spending 4 or 5 hours clearing Abyss for one wish when I've already cleared that enemy lineup doesn't matter to me. So I don't go for streaks because it's just too much effort. So I don't know. The enemy lineup doesn't change. I make sure I 36 star on the enemy lineup, and that's it. So
You shouldn't see me like this.
I didn't. That rock caught me by surprise. I'm pretty sure it jumped out at me. That rock never used to be there before. Well, you know what? Gotta switch. Gotta switch. Switch. Blam. There we go. All the other builds are fine. I don't need to change Rosari or anything. So yeah, the insane elemental requirements of Abyss was absurd. Hu Tao, 166 HP. She doesn't need any more HP. Wait, I have to go talk to them. I'm an idiot. I gotta take a drink of water. I didn't know that shields don't protect fall damage. Nope. I do love a hard Abyss, yeah. The nice, like, man, Polearms Only feels perfectly balanced in most Abyss cycles. Okay, some Abyss cycles, like, again, those really hard ones, the one that took 12 hours, that was pain. Consecrated Beast cycles, they were honestly, like, they also took a while, but, like, were pretty... After I figured out how to do them, they weren't that hard. It just took a lot of, like, optimal play. Kind of in a similar situation that this current Abyss cycle took more optimal play, but particularly, like, Chamber 1, but a little bit harder. And yeah, I don't know. The point is, Abyss on Polearms Only. On my main account, like, I have to purposely, like, try to, like, use worse teams and, like, and try various new things for, like, Abyss to not be relatively easy. And even then, like, most Abyss cycles, even if I'm using a worse... Oh, freaking... Okay, you know what? I hate this commission. This is the worst Mondstadt commission because of the stupid loading between and walking between the tower and the stupid enemies being on different floors of the tower. I'm going to go find some chests or something in Fontaine instead. I hate that commission. So... Anyways, Abyss is genuinely super enjoyable for me on Polearms Only. Even when, you know, you see me get frustrated, I want to emphasize that. It's just... It's very mentally engaging for Genshin's combat. It feels almost nearly perfectly balanced for me to be able to, like, have to play well in most Abyss cycles while dealing with the restrictions I have, right? And, I don't know. Yeah. Polearms Only is by far where I tend to enjoy the act of playing Genshin the most. I do enjoy messing around and doing all kinds of creative things on my main account. Particularly a lot more lately as I've tried to transition my channel to doing more creative build idea videos, if you haven't noticed. With the likes of Vape Kokomi, the Amber video I posted this weekend or whatever. The Amber video was... I mean, I knew the Amber was not going to be very good, but I wanted to try it anyways because it was a fun way to actually utilize Amber, so... You know. I had respect to the people who actually make Amber work in Abyss, like, in the way that I was trying to, like, use her. But, Amber's much harder to make work than Polearms Only. Well, not as a whole. I mean, it's weird because comparing using one character, you don't. It's a false equivalency to say, you know, Amber is harder than Polearms Only is because Polearms Only is an entire account. Amber is one character, right? But anyways, I don't know. Point is, I really do, despite, like, the frustration and the internet effing me, which did get better, it seemed like, after I lowered the bitrate a little bit, so I don't know why normally my internet's perfectly fine with streaming at the 7,000 kil. Yes. Normally my internet's perfectly fine at streaming at 7,000 kilobits per second, but it's what it is. So, ambushed by rock, I was indeed, and then I was also ambushed by fire, is what it is. New viewer here, welcome. Get me a battle pass or grind my account at 70 pity, but don't have the will to log on more and what to do. That's, I mean, I get you. Try new teams. That's my suggestion. I can tell you, like, I've certainly felt quite burned out with Genshin, especially having to, like, grind on multiple accounts. It is not a fun feeling. So I just try to, like, I'm now much more of, like, I'm not going to consider myself a proper theory crafter because I don't tend to do that much. Like, proper theory crafters in Genshin will do, like, full team damage calculations. But I can think about things on, like, a theory crafting level. Decently well enough that I can, like, have ideas. So, like, I'll talk about some things I have planned on my main account, for example. I can have ideas for things that are, like, outside the traditional norm for Genshin, because honestly, the combat framework for Genshin is a really amazing creative framework for being able to do different things. The reaction system is really awesome, and with the crazy subtle nuances of interactions between how characters work together, and then just having an idea, right? Having an idea like, let's say something as simple as, I want to do physical Zhongli, right? And then you just, like, theory crafting and like, the meta of Genshin, in my opinion, is taking your ideas and trying to make the most out of it, right? How do you make the most out of physical Zhongli? And go from there, right? So if you want to continue to enjoy Genshin, when you're feeling burned out and, like, motivate yourself, try to, like, mess around with your existing character. You don't even have to, like, level up new characters, right? Just look at your existing characters and try to think about using them in new ways. If you happen to, like, really like polearm characters and you happen to have a whole bunch of polearm characters level up, you could try something like clearing the Abyss with only polearm characters, right? You don't have to have a polearm only account. It's easier to clear Abyss with polearm only characters when you have a polearm only account, because it lets me hyper invest on the polearm characters much more. But I need to go to Fontaine to do something. I also need to go here. So I don't know. Burnout is like, you got to find your own motivation for it, because Genshin is honestly really bad at motivating you in the end game, in my opinion, to continue playing. Like, Genshin really needs an end game combat system, in my opinion. That is not the Abyss, because the Abyss is just not fun, and it's not something I always want to do. So yeah. Oh, you know what we gotta do? We gotta level up that freaking artifact I got. That double crit defense max roll. So, Primos are still locked by minimum 2 to 6 hours of non-stop talking quests. Oh, I get you. I have 3 accounts, sir. Or ma'am, Billy Millie. It's a great username, by the way. I have 3 accounts. I understand the pain. I justify the time because it's content, like it's building towards content. But man, when, like, particularly with Polearms Only, where it's like, wow, I haven't made a Polearms Only video in months other than my live streams. Why am I still playing on this account? And the motivation here was that I just actually really enjoyed the end game of Polearms Only. Like, it's genuinely fun to try to deal with abysses on Polearms Only. But anyways, that's kind of why I don't know if how badly I actually want the likes of, we're just gonna wander around, find some chests here. I don't know how badly I actually want, like, substantially better animo characters, or substantially, I think that one's got some annoying requirements, so I'm not gonna get that one. Substantially better animo characters, or, you know what, I'm gonna go in the water. I feel like the water is gonna be faster to find things. But yeah, substantially better animo characters, or substantially better hydros or dendros, is because it would just make the account easier to deal with things, right? And part of the enjoyment of Polearms Only is that it's not just super easy. It takes, like, intention and, like, I don't know. So I might actually stop playing Polearms Only when it gets to the point where, like, I don't have to actually think that much about things, right? Hit me. Hit me. Hit me. What? That didn't counter? Man. There we go. Blam. Alright. Easy. So, yeah, I don't know. You gotta find your own self-motivation. Genshin needs to do a better job. Hoyoverse needs to do a better job with Genshin. Motivating, like, I don't know. I'd assume they have the data to know that like they probably don't lose that many players, I guess, to I don't know. It's like so weird because like I am very very confident if I didn't start making content for Genshin, I would have stopped playing probably around the 6-month mark. And like I didn't even get like into Genshin on like a mechanical level that significantly until probably the 9-month plus mark. So like they need to implement more things that actually incentivize the player to like mentally invest and care about how Genshin works as a game. Because the more you care about how Genshin works mechanically, the more likely you are to continue to want to like get new characters to mess with new things and invest the insane amount of time it takes into leveling up characters and farming artifacts and all the crap, right? But they have nothing. Like, it's just Abyss. And for most people, once they 36-star Abyss and they have most of the versatility, they have the core, like, strong support options, your officials, your Shungling, your Bennett's, your Sucrose, you have Kazuha, you have all the, like, flexible options to deal with most Abyss situations. If you don't like thinking about Genshin on a creative level for combat, I think it is going to trend you towards getting burnt out more. So, yeah. And to be clear, I don't think you have to force yourself to continue playing Genshin. It's a video game. You'll survive if you play a different video game. And stop playing this gacha game. What am I doing? I can't. Man, something about this stupid thing here, by the way, looking the same as the one over here. Like I intended to come over here to claim my dailies, but my brain just gravitates towards the crafting table and that one, and I get confused when I go on the crafting table when I actually just want to claim dailies. Anyways, let's use a resin, and then we'll level up probably that crappy defense percent artifact. So many content creators, big Discord, Reddit servers have the wish of getting endgame content. Why don't we start a petition? I mean, they know. I don't know, man. I really don't understand their perspective, why they wouldn't. Like, I can't fathom why it would be a bad idea for them to implement, like, the equivalent of simulated universe in Genshin, right? It doesn't have to give any meaningful amount of rewards on a recurring basis. It can be a pittance of more. Like, that alone would be, like, the more would be nice. And, like, it doesn't have to give Primogem rewards on a recurring basis. It just has to be another endgame combat system that's not time-based in particular. And ideally just lets us do more silly, fun things that engages with Genshin's mechanics in a slightly novel way, right? And they've shown their ability to do that in their game design with Star Rail and Simulated Universe. And they just don't want to do it with Genshin, and my only thinking is, like, they're just trying to, like, in their attempt to pander to every player, they just take a middle ground approach in everything they do. And I don't know, I feel like Mihoyo is, like, internally convinced themselves of a self-fulfilling prophecy where it's like, not that many people care about the combat of Genshin, so why would we focus development effort on the combat of Genshin? But, like, the reason people don't care about your combat in Genshin is because you have no systems motivated them to, like, you have no design in the game that actually meaningfully motivates that many players to start to care about playing Genshin, unless they self-motivate themselves by just playing for so long that they end up caring, like I did. And, like, that wouldn't have happened, though, if I didn't start creating content for the game, which is a minority. It's not, like, a normal situation, right? Like, I would have stopped playing this game. I would have stopped giving them money. They would have made substantially less money off of me if I hadn't if I'd stopped playing Genshin, right? and if I hadn't made content for it, right? So, and a more engaging endgame combat system that provides more of a motivation to play and mess around with things in the game would provide more motivation to engage with the existing things in the game. So, I feel like they've just tricked themselves into thinking, people don't care about it, but they think people don't care about it because people don't care about it, not because people don't care about it because of a failure in their game. is my opinion, but I could be very wrong, and there might be some other weird reason that I can't fathom why they haven't done that. I have no idea. Not the Benny hate. Did I hate on Bennett by accident? I didn't mean to hate on Bennett. I think Bennett is awesome. TCG was okay getting game competent. TCG is a separate game. So, like, it uses the base theme of how Genshin's mechanics works, and then makes it a card game. It's fine. I think it's actually pretty decent. I just, like, don't care. I don't need more time-sinking Genshin things in my life, and, like, it was fun the little bit I played it, but it wasn't engaging enough to me to be like, yeah, I want to play this card game. And I'm saying this is like a Magic the Gathering player. I don't actively play Magic that much anymore, but if I'm going to spend time playing a card game, I'd rather play Magic the Gathering. So, and I think I would maybe consider playing the Genshin TCG more if it was a separate thing, but having to like log into Genshin and then like particularly on a phone, right? Like if it was a separate phone app, if I having to log into Genshin, deal with annoying our phone controls to like move around the overworld to go find someone to fight, or just something as simple as like logging in, having to teleport to Mondstadt, having to go into the Catstill bar to do like the multiplayer mode, right? It's just annoying. It's an impediment enough that I just don't have any motivation to do the TCG. It was a cool addition. I'm glad it's in the game. I'm not going to complain about it, but it's not something that I care about all that much. All right, let's level up the most important artifact of the world. You know, this is truly is the most important artifact that Polearms Only could ever have, because, you know, surely we'll get a polearm version of Albedo in the future, right? Right. Okay, well, bye-bye. I no longer care about this. Actually, wait, what is the best defense percent piece I even have? I bet you I have a bunch of defense percent pieces I haven't even leveled up. I lied. I apparently have leveled up some defense percent pieces. Oh, I have a 40 CV defense percent piece, yeah, so I no longer care about this one. It can go in the trash. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Double crit max roll. Or, no, double crit high roll, sorry. High roll, ER. No 4 lines. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother if they ain't 4 lines. Let's go Strongbox for some emblem, though, and then we'll, go on to weapons only, do some farmings there, and then we'll, actually, no. First, wait. What am I? I probably don't need to... I don't need the more for anything, so yeah, I think I'm not going to bother doing, like, requests or bounties or anything on this account. I think I'll be fine. Wait, did I get a standard wish? No, I did not get a standard wish. That was a fragile resin. Never mind. Do Strongbox then, and then, yeah. Yeah, I have so much more that I don't really need to do bounties or anything on this account, and I don't think it's going to affect my ability to get to the max level in the battle pass, so I'll be fine. We're going to go over the Hail Mary. I think I'd actually get more value out of Thundering Fury on this account at this point, but I'm going to go for the Hail Mary of trying to get my dream double crit with ER on an EM goblet. Like I said, my dream of an EM goblet is very alive here, especially when there's literally 0 goblets. Thanks, game. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Boy. Attack EM. Crit damage with nothing. Sure. No. I have a 40 CV piece already. I'm mineral with 1 bad line. Okay. Again, I have a 40 CV already. What is, like, I don't think I need that, right? So, alright then. Almost fed in level 14. Alright. How about 1 goblet? 2 goblets. How nice of you, game. Whoa. Okay. So double crit EM, that doesn't have ER, which is actually a severe problem. I specifically wanted double crit EM on goblets because I already have a fairly high stat value. So I should clarify the reason I want EM main stat with double crit is I want Hybrid Raiden to be more competent, particularly Hybrid Raiden. The basic build is Raiden on Staff of Scarlet Sands, and I put her on full EM Emblem of Severed Fate. So it's an annoying build to try to like do full EM main stats and have as much crit stats as possible while also having enough ER. So, you know, I don't actually have to switch the artifact around or the weapon around now that I think about it. But go back to that. All right, so basically it would be something like, you know, just put something like this piece, because I'd probably need the ER, or this piece or whatever. This is a very, very good artifact on her, and then, you know, same difference. Maximize crit EM and ER on Feather and Flower, and then EM main stat, double crit is ideal. This piece I had was double crit with ER. This was the dream piece, and then it rolled entirely HP, and I was very sad. I have not thrown it away because it makes me sad, and I like having it as a record, I guess. But this piece is actually very good. This piece has 20 ER, 2 crit rolls, and 1 attack roll. It's actually very, very good for my hybrid Raiden build. So a new timepiece that could be much higher in crit value is good, but not having the ERs are actually really bad. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm skeptical. And I already have a circlet that is quite good. The one that's on her currently, right? This is really good. So I really need a goblet that was like heavy in crit. Like something like this, but convert the defense percent to crit rate, crit damage, and then throw an attack percent roll on there or something is what my dream would be. And then my hybrid Raiden is complete. But anyways, enough ramblings. Let's go first. You know, we're gonna build up the suspense for that EM timepiece. Let's level up the other pieces first. They nerfed Jingliu's eyes in her burst. What'd they do to her eyes? I will be streaming my, I think, Wednesday, right? Is that Wednesday? Oh, wait. Maybe we'll be streaming Star Rail on whenever the update is out. The day after, probably, because the update's probably out like 9. Well, actually, I don't know. No promises, now that I think about it, because I'll do that double crit feather, don't worry. The problem is I normally would stream in the day where more viewers could see it versus the nighttime for me when like half of my viewers are asleep. And I have a guarantee. I'm going to get Jingliu and her weapon, but I have a guarantee for her and her weapon. So the polls aren't exactly exciting. So honestly, you know what? I'm probably not going to stream the polls. I'm probably going to just do a stream after Jingliu is out and play around with her on stream. And that's what I'll do. No promises that I'll stream the actual polls, because the polls aren't that exciting. Alright, so the feather was whatever. What about this? If this doesn't roll a good line on the last line, it's probably not anything I care about. I mean, HP percent isn't technically bad. There's a possibility that this is an upgrade for Candace. I don't think it can be an upgrade for Candace anymore. I don't... You know what? I'll give you a chance. You max roll and crit at level 16 game, or you go in the trash can. If this is a 4-line, I absolutely would continue, to be clear. But it's competing with a 40 CV piece that has an EM roll, and the EM is not useless on my Candace build. Okay, no. The EM is not useless on my Candace build, so this would have basically had to have been a 4-line for me to justify continuing with it. Alright, that's fine. It's fine, because we got our hopes and dreams that are gonna die right here. Yeah. I mean, I'll level it up still. It's a 4-line. It could still be like a 35, right? But this is a... Okay. I mean, it's a low roll, but can this even be a 35 now? No, it can't be a 35, but it can be a 30. I'll continue with it. It could be okay. Again, the problem is I don't think I'm going to actually be able to utilize this without having ER on it. Like, this could have been perfect. If that HP was AR, if the HP or attack was ER there, and we had 10% ER, I'd be like, freaking let's go. Insane piece. but not having the ER is a problem. So I'll show just for the sake of like, oh, there we go. Hey, you know what? Okay, yeah. I don't know. It's the best. It's weird. I know it's weird to complain about a high crit value EM piece, but again, it's just like it's definitely better than this. To be clear, I should definitely throw this away. This piece is just kind of sad. I only keep it just because it's like, like this was a 4-line, man. It was a 4-line with double crit and ER. This was the dream timepiece, and then it rolled 4 times into HP. This is one of the pieces you just keep because you're so sad about it, and it's just a memorial of how unlucky you were. But anyways, like it's 30 CV. That like let's put Raiden on her hybrid build so you can see what I'm talking about here. And hybrid Raiden team, by the way, would be let's go. There we go. So I named this team why not both? ¿Por qué no los dos? Because you have hyperblims and you have big Raiden damage. That's the basic idea here. You try to aggravate with Raiden. Sha would be better, honestly, for big Raiden damage if I want to see big number from Raiden consistently. But honestly, I just prefer the mindless protection. The big problem is like the Candace Yao combo just doesn't work well with Raiden on field. So I don't know. Yeah, I'll demonstrate it here because I haven't done anything in a while, and we'll test this new timepiece out. Okay, probably this piece. Let's see. I have some new artifacts that I can yoink from one character or another, and we can play around with things a little bit. Probably this piece. And then, I mean, it's got a bunch of... This is very, very high stat value. It's literally a 0 dead stat for this build, but it doesn't have crit rate. And it's not super high in ER, so it might not be ideal. I might have to use something more like... Is 11 ER really the highest ER I have? Oh, actually, I might have to use something more like Candace's Feather. Particularly if I use this new timepiece, right? So this new timepiece can be an upgrade. It just puts the onus on other artifacts to have more energy recharge to make up for the fact that the timepiece doesn't have energy recharge, right? If we're comparing the old timepiece versus the new timepiece. Alright, so this is the build. So she's at 1700 attack, and remember that's 1700 attack before she gets the Staff of Scarlet Sands passive up, right? 71 crit rate is obviously very good, and 200 ER is actually good too. This freaking flower is heavily carrying this build. If I switch to, you know, Candace's flower, and now she has a little bit less EM, but a better crit ratio, right? There's a much we'll see bigger damage numbers from her in this situation, but it won't be. I can tell you this is probably not enough ER, but you know we'll test it on this for funsies. See bigger damage. So yeah. I don't know. And again, the ideal would just be a goblet that has double crit, right? If you compare it, though, to... Where's the other one? Too many timepieces, man. There we go. Alright, this one has obviously much lower crit value, but 200 ER. So, I don't know. It might be an upgrade. I'm not going to complain about it. I mean, I am complaining about it a little bit. But it rolled okay. If it rolled one more time into crit, I feel like it'd be solidly better. 30 CV is on this weird borderline of like, I don't know if it's that much better. Should strongbox for emblem, but clinging on to the hope of an onset goblet or good pale flame circlet for remnant. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to wait until we get maximum stacks, to be clear, on Staff of Scarlet Sands. Oh, I don't want to talk to you, god dang it. Come on.
Let me try my blade.
Thanks, Internet. I really appreciate it. Internet, let me switch to Raiden. Oh my freaking god, man. Oh, Christ almighty. Oh, good lord. Alright. It's fine. We were doing that to get maximum stacks on Staff of Scarlet Sands. So you can see 2,258 attack when with the Staff of Scarlet Sands passive all the way up. So she has basically a lot of attack, and remember Raiden gives herself like a lot of damage bonus through having like energy recharge and whatever. So again, I think the lower crit damage, higher ER build is better as far as consistency goes. But anyways, let's do this. Let's do this. And let's do this. I didn't crit. I don't have it quick enough because I spent too long waffling. Oh my god. I'm sorry. You can see she still gets like 25k hyper blooms, right? So we're sacrificing something like a lot of hyper bloom damage, to be clear. We're sacrificing something like 30% hyper bloom damage in exchange for, hey, there we go, 50k, right? In exchange for big, more traditional Raiden damage, right? Like this Raiden build with aggravates can get, you know, you saw 60k aggravate on the first hit, but we'll try this again. She can get, from when I've tested it before, 20 plus k aggravates on her, well, without Xiao, I guess. I think that might have been with Xiao. Without Xiao, I think it's going to be 15 to 20k aggravates on her charge attacks in particular, right? So, yeah, we'll, I need energy though. Okay, I should put Masanori on higher health version, by the way, because he's just dying from incidental damage. Please give me energy. Really? Okay, there we go. Okay, can you go get knocked down? Alright. Nice 50k. And he died. Okay. I also didn't trigger aggravates on those hits. Because I don't know if he... Did he actually have quicken? I don't think he had quicken up. God damn. He didn't have quicken because the freaking the Dendro aura kept on being overwritten because I didn't think about that. Oh, like, okay. I gotta play properly still, to be clear. Oh, Christ, man. Oh, good lord. So, Yarp. Here, we're gonna switch to this to be slightly less in pain as far as getting energy back. So this is probably more what I'd realistically run, right? Less big damage number, but more consistency keeps burst up better. All right, wait. Let's change you to high health version. Masanori has something like, just in case anyone doesn't know, Masanori at midnight until 3 a.m. I think, in game time, not real world, has, I believe, 3 times the health or something like that. Do.
Gather. Shine down.
Alright, trigger pav, please. Please give me the particles. I just desire particles. Please.
Solidify.
I thought I could get enough. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's do this properly. So we're gonna wait until things expire. Let's do that. Alright, and do that. And miss with Candace, it's fine. And wham. He dodged. There we go. But you saw 17k aggravate, right? 17k aggravate. I think there's a 20k in there. Like, and then it also makes her, you know, she got 14k on aggravates in her skill. Her skill does have ICD, to be clear. But right, you're essentially in hybrid Raiden with this weird Staff of Scarlet Sands build. You're sacrificing potential big initial hit damage, like most people focus on, in favor of trying to maximize the value you get from the additive damage bonus from Dendro, from Aggravate, right? And increasing the amount of damage you get from her charge attack, right? Because you'll always get an Aggravate on your charge attack. So that's the general idea, and I honestly think it's really fun. I have been tempted to go for, and I still might do this in the future, tempted to go for Staff of Scarlet Sands on my main account, because this team would properly work well enough, in my opinion, on an account that had, like, not Polearms Only restrictions, right? Because the main problem that this team has is that the core generation and, like, the Dendro application just doesn't really work super well with keeping Raiden on field, right? Because the Bloom combo, as well as, like, Quicken uptime, like, just Dendro uptime in general from Yao Yao, works better with Yao Yao being able to be flexibly on field, right? And Candace wanting to be on field and using the extra Hydra application from her infusion. That's how that, like, Hybrid Bloom worked. That's how we succeeded in Abyss today. We're losing Dendro application, we're losing Hydra application where we're on fielding Raiden using her burst. So it just, like, doesn't function very properly. But if you replace, you know, Yao Yao with Nahida, and then Candace with some other Hydro, you know, Xingqiu would obviously synergize well with Raiden. Farina will probably work pretty well with Raiden, and in that hybrid Raiden team, right? Actually, honestly, yeah, like hybrid Raiden full Archon team, hybrid Raiden when you do Zhongli, Farina instead of Candace, and then like Farina's Hydra application is weird because it's variable. So I'm not gonna say Farina is the best for it, but she'd work. And anyways, so you do like Zhongli, Farina, who also, as long as you have enough ER, would give damage bonus to Raiden, right? And then, which can help make up the difference for the fact that you don't have like damage bonus that you're normally getting from a goblet, like a traditional electro goblet or whatever, right? So Raiden on Staff of Scarlet Sands full EM build, Farina, Nahida, Zhongli, honestly seems like a super fun team to me. It's just a downside of like this build really wants Staff of Scarlet Sands. I will probably see how stat balance would work out in the future. You could probably make Hybrid Raiden work with this weapon, particularly high refinements of this weapon, because this weapon at high refinements can give you so much EM, and it gives you a whole bunch of crit rate, right? That this might be in a similar vein of Staff of Scarlet Sands, where it might approach giving you enough stat value to make Hybrid Raiden work decently well. But the thing with Staff of Scarlet Sands is it double dips your EM, right? All the EM on your character, it converts your EM into additional attack. And that's how Raiden can get up to like 2,300 attack and have a good amount of attack on a full EM build, right? It's a high investment build that I think is potentially super fun, but I can't properly really utilize it on Polearms Only, sadly. But I do think it would be super fun for playing Hybrid Bloom in a weird way, and it lets you get the best of both worlds out of Raiden, in my opinion, using her as a Hybrid Bloom trigger and using her to do big damage with her burst. So yeah, no, you don't necessarily have to do the full Archon team. Thank you, Raya. I was not trying to imply that you needed to do the full Archon team. I'm saying it's an option, and I don't like Xingqiu, so for various reasons, but so I would be more inclined to do Farina. I'm just saying that it's an option because you could do it, and I know some people might want to do the full Archon team. But yes, Farina's Hydra application as it currently is weird. Actually, Binge just sent me a message I just saw a second ago. Weird. Okay, so supposedly this is a little bit sus. I'm assuming that Binge got this from the leaks subreddit. So if you don't want to hear about leaks, I'm sorry, but I'm going to talk about Farina a little bit here. Supposed Farina changes. Constellations changed, not just 2 positions have changed. One of these is like, okay, if they're doing this, I am no longer going to go for Constellation 2 Farina, because Constellation 2 Farina was what made Farina actually interesting to me. But supposedly Constellation 2 and Constellation 6 exchanged. Supposedly they swapped Constellation 2 Farina and Constellation 6, which Constellation 2 Farina is really complicated. I'm not going to get into trying to explain everything about it. I'm going to switch to my other accounts while I talk about Farina here. Constellation 2 Farina is like what made Farina's kit make sense to me. Like her Constellation 2 literally, like, people were massively under like not understanding what the intention was in their design for C2 in my opinion. And it basically made her kit make sense. Them putting it at C6 is f***ing asshole-ish. Like, I'll be honest, her kit makes way less sense without C6. Or sorry, without C2. And if her C2 is now her C6, off, right? Her C6 is interesting, to be clear. So if her C6 is now her C2, her C6, if I recall, was she actually now that I think about it, I forgot about so her C6 does two things. So if her C6 is now her C2, her C6 actually might do a similar. Okay, the weird thing, right? The thing I liked about her Farina C2 is that it turned her into like a solo like generating damage bonus engine for basically any team you put her in. And it basically completed her kit mostly in her ability to heal your team, right? Farina C2 had the ability to heal your team, which generates lots of stacks, and it means it turns her into like a fairly universal damage buffer. And I was planning on going for her because of that. Farina C2 makes it, Farina C6, which might become her new C2, assuming this leak was true. We'll find out in the next beta. You know what? I want to condense my resin first. It triples the amount of stacks you get from her fanfare, which means each 1% of HP is not 1 stack, it's 3 stacks. And then when you overcap her stacks, she gets like 8 HP percentage bonus, which is just basically a damage upgrade for her. Is all that really comes down to. So giving damage, I don't know. Giving the HP is just damage bonus, but tripling her stack generation can also functionally kind of achieve what I mentioned before, and it makes her more of a universal buffer. But it removes the healing aspect, and I think it makes her much less interesting to play with C2. Like, her C2 was so interesting though to work around, like with sack sword shenanigans. Like, her C2 was so interesting mechanically. Like C2 swapping C6 and C2 makes her C2 just like kind of similar as far as like maybe damage increase goes, but much more boring. Way more mechanically boring. Is Farina good for Hu Tao? I mean, there's like if you want to do a more glass cannon Hu Tao, yes. But if you want to just like replace Xingqiu in your Hu Tao team, no. Farina and Hu Tao you can do something like healing build, like Maiden's build on Mona. The most obvious utility that can actually result in like a significant, like a lot of damage from Hu Tao was like triple Hydra Hu Tao with Mona on Prototype Amber and on a healing build on Maidens can generate a lot of stacks for Farina's buff. And then Farina plus Xingqiu you'd want for the defensive utility because removing Zhongli or Shielder is going to make it a lot more fragile. And then, right, so for traditional Hu Tao teams that are still vaping or whatever, yes, but niche. It's niche, and it's going to be glass cannon. To explain Farina's kit, Victor, it's complicated. Farina's kit she has basically 100% uptime skill-based Hydra application, but her Hydra application is variable. Like, it's not that her Hydra application rate on average is bad, but she has like bursts of a bunch of hits of Hydro, and then she'll have like random 2-second plus gaps, like 2 to 2.5 second. I think she even has like, when I have done like some calcs and whatever for it, she has like times where it's a little bit RNG because her Hydra application is based on the AI of her summons from her skill. So like, I don't know, she applies Hydra in a way that's nice because like no other character applies Hydra like she does off field, and that's really nice. But it's also weirdly variable. So, anyways, her Hydra application is weird. Basically, it's not bad. It's just variable. It's not constant, and therefore it can be hard to use in the likes of Hu Tao teams, which want constant Hydra application. So, yeah, her burst though. Her burst gives her, or her burst basically keeps track of your HP changes, and her skill, by the way, when you have her skill in her damage dealing mode, is draining HP, and you can also have her skill in healing mode. healing mode is not ideal. You don't want to use healing mode at C0, like unless you really need to. So her burst basically keeps tracks of HP changes, which her kit causes some amount of HP changes. But at C0, and apparently now without C6, if the C2 and C6 swap is true, she doesn't heal to any meaningful degree enough that you want to do, that it's going to be hard to utilize her buff, basically. It's going to be relatively niche. So it's a real asshole move to switch C2 and C6. And honestly, it completely has made me go from, like, I was going to probably get her C2 almost assuredly, like, use every single Prima Gem I probably have left to get her C2, that I'm probably just going to get C0 at this point. It's a real lame change. But anyways, I'll go over more of the changes. There's more changes than just the C2, C6 swap. Is Farina's HP drain high enough to run Hu Tao with Bennett? No. Well, not no. The problem with running Hu Tao, if you're running Hu Tao Bennett, Farina, who's your 4th slot? Are you going to run another Hydro to have enough Dendro application to consistently vape? Otherwise, you're not going to consistently vape. She's too inconsistent with her Hydro application as it currently is. It might get changed, to be clear. She might have something that changes. She might get like 1.5 units of Hydro gauge that could very meaningfully change her utility in Hydro application. But anyways, she gives buffs based on basically her HP changing. She essentially gives so much. She has so much of a potential damage buff from her HP changing that she can kind of create her own archetype, right? Because like reactions fundamentally, right, doing the melt reaction, like we have, Bennett and Rosaria, doing the melt reaction is more damage. Farina basically says, oh, your HP changing, that's more damage. That's kind of what she does. She kind of creates her own archetype, but utilizing that is relatively hard in her base kit, as it currently was, because of all the nuances of how her kit specifically functions. Like, it's not going to be something you can just slot in every team. It used to be with her current C2, which might still be a current C2 if the new leak is wrong, that you used to be able to utilize C2 could turn her into that universal like engine that could do that, which is like the notable thing about C2. But it being her C6 now is so f***ing lame. I hate them doing this bullshit, man. Like, I'll be honest, I don't even know how much I'm inclined to pull her at all with her C2 being her C6. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, her burst, she creates a weird archetype, essentially, that potentially is hard to use, but potentially very relevant. She's a very, very, very interesting character. She functions in really weird ways that's different from how many characters have functioned before. I'm not going to say she's good, I'm not going to say she's bad. I think a lot of things about her, we won't know how fully relevant she is. God damn it. We won't know how fully relevant she is until she's been out probably for a while, in my opinion. So that's my summary of her in a very simple level. What's her other changes? Alright, so Constellations changed, the C2 and C6 exchanges, C3 and C5 exchanged. Stacks changed, so her max stacks, which is the max amount of damage bonus she can give, is changed. Max stacks at C0 changed from 450 to 300. That's also super lame. That makes her a lot... It's interesting. Changing her max stacks from 450 to 300 lowers the max potential you could get from her a lot, but realizing her max potential for the vast majority of players at C0, like it is very hard to get past 300 stacks in the first place. The most notable thing it does is it probably makes her worse for Nuilet. It lowers her buffing potential for Nuilet. Other than that, it's not that relevant at C0. It is relevant for higher constellations. And her best in slot weapon is still garbage. So that's what... This is from Hu Tao Lover, by the way. They're relatively consistent with their sources from Uncle Sheep, apparently. So we'll see if this is correct. C2 and C6 is by far the lamest change, because like my overall opinion on Farina is that her entire kit seemed kind of clunky and weird without factoring in her C2. Like, her C2 is what made her entire kit make sense. Her C2 was a bit too strong, but like I honestly think like the the engine of her being able to generate stacks herself by having her be on field. Like the downside was like you had to have her on field a bit, but she could generate extra stacks for you with C2 without having to like use outside sources of like Nuvilet's health drain or having to have team-wide healing to try to get a bunch of stacks at the same time, right? It turned her into a more self-sufficient engine and also gave her a big damage upgrade. Like if you just stripped, like just strip the what is her current C2, what might be her freaking C6 now, and make her C2 like health draining and health gaining engine to like the stack generation engine, put that in her base kit, and suddenly she's a complete character. Essentially, is what she feels like to me. So like not with a big damage upgrade, right? So like. So them putting that self-sustaining engine potential, putting that in her C6, changes my opinion from she seems like a character whose whole kit makes sense at C2, which is attainable for people like me who have been, you know, if you've been saving up. Like I have 40,000 Primo Gems on my main account. I'd be able to, unless I get unlucky, I should be able to get C2 for without spending a penny. C2 is attainable, not recommended necessarily, but attainable at least without spending egregious amounts of money. To now being not. And that makes her entire kit. Yeah. Like I am now like you're seeing my live transition to becoming a Farina hater if this is true, by the way. Basically. Like if her Hydra application doesn't change, her max buffing potential is now just worse for people like me who would want to try to maximize her buff. Like I don't like that her stacks are reduced at base kit. I think she should. There's no benefit to reducing her stacks, right? Essentially, like the only reason to reduce her stacks in her base kit is to nerf her utility with Nubilant, which fair I guess, but also like screw you. Because I wanted her, like, if the reason I say screw you is because I don't care about her utility with Nubilat. I care about her utility of if I want to do goofy things like trying to utilize her in a Burgeon team or a Burning team where your teams are taking a bunch of self damage and then you can try to heal it back up, right? And then get a bunch of stacks really quickly. That's what I care about trying to utilize. I care about trying to like use her in a really interesting niche way and maximizing the potential. And now they just reduce her maximum potential to make her so much less relevant. Like if her multipliers aren't changed, to be clear, they could reduce the stacks and they increase the multipliers, so that might actually be not that significant change. But that reduces her damage buff from, let's see, it used to be 450 at max at C0. 450 times 0.21 is level 9 talents. 95% damage bonus to 300 times 0.21, 63% damage bonus. Which is a difference maker from her being like, I don't know. I don't think the multipliers change. I think they've just reduced the cap. And like for most players, it doesn't make a difference, but it makes a difference to me because I wanted her for all the weird, goofy things she like is mechanically interesting about, and now they just made the weird, goofy things that are mechanically interesting about her be worse in potential utility level. So, and they made her C2 not be a self-sufficient engine, which means if her C2's not a self-sufficient engine, it just means like I don't know. Let's do some napkin math. Let's assume that her C2. Let's assume they didn't change anything. It's her C2 is now her C6. What her current C6 is, which is the 300. The notable thing is the 300% stack generation. So that means you get 3 fanfare per percentage point. If you are like, you'd still have to deal with her downside, and if you have C2, she'd have C1. So she'd be 450 max stacks, right? So that means with C2, as long as you're healing up the percentage, she drains about 40% health from all your teammates. So that's 40 stacks per. Normally that'd be 120 stacks. From like just her full sequence. The problem is like if her C2, if her C6 is now her C2, the thing with her C2 currently is that like you could use her C2 to like quickly build up stacks, right? Like changing it so her stacks now generate just at 3 times the rate. It doesn't change the fact that you can quickly generate them, right? Because before you could like quickly do a bunch of healing or a bunch of drain really quickly by using the 7 instances of her C2, and now it's just like you triple the rate of the stack generation. It's so much more boring. It's so much more boring, man. Why the fuck would they do this? It's so lame. They had one of the coolest and most interesting constellations in the game. Like, I don't care about the damage addition from her C2, but it made her so much more mechanically interesting. Like her C2 will make it so that she can still get max stacks basically easily, but you just have to deal with the downside because if she generates 120 stacks always throughout the duration of her skill, times that by 3, right? Like that gives you over the cap. And then if you're healing at the same time, like you have Baiju and Free on a team together, you're going to be able to get max stacks with her C2 kit easily, with her new C2 at triple the generation rate. But it still takes time to generate. It doesn't have the nuance of doing sack sword shenanigans. It doesn't have the funness of doing on-field more. It doesn't have the interestingness of like the dynamic of the fact that C2 Free is like stack generation rate goes up the higher differential there is between her max HP and your teammate's HP. Like, her C2 was so interesting before. It was so cool and fun to think about. Leaker has an awful track record. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna, yeah, that's fine. That's all I have to say, I think, for now. See, it's Farina. Farina is really interesting, and if these leaks are true, this makes her much less interesting. So good job, Hoyoverse. If true, you heard it here. If any Hoyoverse employee is watching, your rumor changes if they are true. It made me go from almost assuredly getting C2 Farina because it's really mechanically interesting to I don't know if I want her at all. Good job. Good job, Hoyle. Good job. Good job. So, yeah, okay. Anyway, let's go to my main account. I think we're done here. Oh, wait, I have Resin, don't I? I don't. Man, I am so bored of... You want to talk about counts I'm burnt out on? Weapons only, man. I do not enjoy weapons only. I'm just going to farm ley lines. I need the resources anyways. And getting Farina, you're just going to put her with Kokomi. Yeah, Farina and Kokomi are really good synergy together, particularly as long as you can afford the having a stroke on field of Kokomi, because Kokomi's team-wide healing only happens when she's on field, right? You can also put Kokomi on Prototype Amber. I would put if you're doing Kokomi and Farina together, I would probably put Kokomi on Prototype Amber. Prototype Amber, by the way, value with Farina goes way up. That's probably another reason they freaking lowered her stacks, to make Prototype Amber worse. Because the extra stacks that Prototype Amber can generate is less relevant if you can just generate max stacks without Prototype Amber, right? They wanted people to not have more value out of their... okay, that's a little bit conspiratorial. I don't think they actually did that. But... Wait, I can just save my Resin for now. I'm just going to be lazy and save my Resin for I'm going to go to my main account. Why do you continue on Weapons Only if you don't want to? Because people watch it for some reason. People enjoy this account and videos from this account. I don't get why. I'm leaning towards ending Weapons Only, to be clear. I've said this before in previous streams. I'm probably going to end it soon. My intention is to make a video that's something along the lines my intention, so Weapons Only will turn a year old in December, which is not that far away, right? It's October. My intention is to make a video that's going to be like, I wished only on the weapon banner for a year. And then it's going to be a video outlining all the freaking problems with Weapons Only and why it's not fun. Fun to me specifically, and reasons I think it's not fun in general. And then I'm going to be like, yeah, in conclusion, I'm not continuing Weapons Only. Weapons Only has a path to being successful as an account that can clear Abyss consistently, but it's just a very slow path, and it's not a weapons-focused path. It's against the theme of the account. Like, the path for weapons only clearing Abyss consistently is, like, trying to get Shockling C4, which might take 2 fucking years. So, yeah. It's not a fun account. It's a really bad idea. It's honestly impressive to me. It has taught me that, wow, the weapon banner is so bad that even when you only wish in the weapon banner, it just makes your experience substantially worse. There's so many problems. There's so many subtle, sneaky, stupid problems on weapons only that you don't realize. It would be mitigated slightly if this was like a account that bought the battle pass, to be clear, and had more resources. But it's awful. It's honestly awful, in my opinion. Do not do it. I don't. So many people have said they made a weapons only account after I did my series, and I'm just like, I doubt many of you are continuing with it long term. Because you pretty quickly run into the wall of it starting to be not fun, in my opinion. Anyways, and pretty boring. What did they change about Farina C2? Supposedly, this could be wrong. This could be wrong. Wrong button. I sincerely hope it's wrong because her C2 is so... Again, I don't care about the damage from her C2. I care about how mechanically interesting her C2 is. Supposedly, they swapped C2 Farina with C6. Which is super boring. I think as far as like a damage upgrade level goes, C6 Farina being swapped with C2 would be a similar damage upgrade, but and it would achieve something on a paper level relatively similar to what C2 does, but on a much less mechanically interesting way to think about. Like it's just super fucking boring, like really boring, and I dislike it. And I don't know how I feel about it. I hope it's wrong. I sincerely hope it's wrong. And supposedly her C3 and C5 exchanged too, which I think her C5 was her burst level up. So they changed her burst level up to be her C3 instead, which is weird, I think. Actually, it's not that surprising, I guess, because it's probably more relevant. If you already have constellations for Farina, it's probably more relevant to increase the stack generation rate, or the damage bonus per stack, not the rate, than it is to. But I don't know. C5 and C3 swapping barely matters in my opinion. They're both garbage constellations. I can't believe they didn't change her weapon though. I cannot believe they wouldn't change her weapon. Like, of these changes, none of these changes that are currently leaked from this person, again, if true, are changes that I think they should have made. Like, of changes I think Farina should have had, none of these are ones I think that she should have needed. What she needed was potential energy tweaks, but I don't even think she needed that many energy tweaks, to be clear. Can I find my password? Good lord, where's my password manager? Potential energy tweaks or potential having a stroke, or potential Hydra application tweaks. Sorry, I was typing in my username. That's the number one things that she could have used that could have made her more relevant. But and more like useful on a to more people than she currently is right now, and they changed none of those things. So at least currently, I mean, it's very possible like this leaker might only know the text-based things that changed, and they didn't know that like the gauge application of Farina changed too, which is very significant if true, or if that happens. I shouldn't say if true; it's not rumored at all right now. So. What if you did 4-star artifacts only? I've considered an account like that, but again, the problem with any Genshin challenge account is the game is so fucking grindy. It takes so much real-world time to do shit. And like, long-running series on YouTube have like diminishing returns. Like I'm surprised how many people still watch Weapons Only, to be clear. But at the same time, it still like has definitely fallen off, just as any series does. So her old C2 gives an interesting way to play, and makes her whole kit make sense. I added that on, and old C6 increases the numbers, so it's lame. Yeah, yep, that's basically it. Yeah. Ah, frick! I hate this one. I was just autopiloting my way through doing dailies. Oh, frick, man. What? 1 portion coffee, 1 milk. Coffee, milk, cream. Okay. What? Why? What? What do you mean? Fuck you! You said coffee and milk and then add cream on top. Bro, this is the worst fucking commission. Oh my god. Why? Where? Like, I see the milk pop up for like a microsecond. Oh my god, it's over here. What an awful fucking commission. So. Constellations that make the character more fun and add more playstyles are really the best. Yeah. Exactly. It added playstyles and a lot of mechanically interesting things about Farina, and it made her whole kit make more sense on like a paper level. And like heavily mitigated her downsides of like low Hydra application is completely fine in my opinion if she turns into like a interesting universal buffing engine, right? But like now she's low Hydra application, still has interesting potential buffing potential, but is much more restrictive without C6. If the C2 C6 swapping is true, like that's just asshole design, and like that's why I'm like almost inclined to just not pull for it at all. Just as like a fuck you, Oilverse. It was dickish enough in the first place to make it so like her whole kit. I said before, like her whole kit feels like it made sense with C2 to me. Again, ignoring the damage upgrade of C2, just like the additional engine of draining and gaining health part of C2. But then you remove that, right? And now her kit just makes less sense. So putting that in C6 puts it in the realm of unattainability and makes her whole kit just not make sense. It doesn't, like, I don't know. I already didn't know how to feel about it when it was at C2 because of how much it felt like to me how it made her kit make sense. And putting it at C6, yeah. I don't know. Man. Hope I'm wrong. I should shut up about it because at this point I just hope I'm wrong. Official go burr there, Jesus. Seahorse boss is seriously annoying. Yeah, it is a little cringe. I think it's not the worst boss, to be clear. I think it's substantially less of a cringe boss to fight in Abyss than oh, what's it called? Can I switch my character? I don't think that was internet. That was just me getting interrupted. I think it's a less annoying boss to fight than what? Oh, okay, that was lag. I think it's a less annoying boss to fight than lag moment there. Good lord. Than Magakenki in Abyss, but yeah, it's not the most engaging boss to fight, but it's not that tanky. It just really wants a lot of application quite quickly, and that's annoying, but it's not the worst boss to deal with. Wolflord is worse. I agree. Wolflord is more annoying in Abyss. Weenut is more annoying. Magakenki is more annoying. There's many more bosses as far as like single target bosses with annoying mechanics that are way worse. I don't think it's the worst. I think it's somewhat interesting to deal with the downsides of, if anything, and I appreciate that it like, and its biggest move there, it runs away from you. It comes back to you. So I think it's fine, honestly. I went to the wrong thing again. God dang it. So, me with Yoimiya. Oh, someone asked, you might not even be watching the stream anymore. Someone asked about you, how good is Yoimiya? I think Yoimiya is fine in single target situations. So, like, I imagine Yoimiya is perfectly capable at, like, clearing the seahorse really well. So anytime you have a single target focused Abyss, she's probably fine. Her attacks, unlike a certain cryo character coming out this patch, her normal attack chain actually, like, sequences properly for, like, doing reactions on the high multiplier attacks. What a world, you know. So that's good. And I don't know, she's fairly strong if you invest in her. But like, she's a single target DPS, so like, she's not great, in my opinion. But she's usable. Yeah.
Everyone hold hands.
Oh, yeah. I mistime things. Wasted some balls. So yeah, seahorse is fine. Honestly, that's kind of my opinion on it. It's nowhere near the worst boss they've released in this game. Oh my god, I finally got a crit damage circlet that might not be garbage. It has... Okay, it doesn't have to roll crit rate, to be clear. I would like it to roll crit rate. I have a path towards like a 90 to 100 crit rate build with 200 crit damage with a crit damage circlet with prototype amber on Nubilet. If I get a crit damage circlet that has like 10 crit rate, right, which should be doable eventually in the future. But maybe it'll be that one. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know why I just did so many normal attacks there. I wasn't thinking. Don't ask. I'm not dead. I obviously didn't get... I didn't get swirl on him, that's why. Wow, I just fuddled this. There's no world where it should have taken me that long to do that. Really?
Oz, reveal thyself.
What do you mean usable? My girl Yomi doesn't deserve this shit. I mean, she's usable. That's all I can say. ER piece, I'll take it. HP piece, oh my god, I might get multiple Nuvi light upgrades today. What a world. What a world. Have you ever shown your brother's account? I think I have once randomly. I could, yes, again in the future. I might, add that to the list of ideas. Brother's account video. My brother's an interesting player because he doesn't care about Abyss, but he still likes building characters. I don't know. I don't understand why he still plays the game. To be honest, like if I played the game like he did, I would have gotten bored. He's played for over a year at this point, so I don't know. You know. There we go. I think I did this right. There we go. And now I should have killed him in one go. There we go. Okay. That's what I've been trying to do. If I do this right, this team can easily clear consistently with 35-ish seconds. 30, more like 38 I think is the average, but... yeah, I don't know. I'm sure we'll try that. I've gotten very few golden troop flowers in this account for some reason, so that is worth keeping. Do these balls disappear after some time? Yeah, I believe it's 15 seconds, if I recall. Yeah, droplet duration 15 seconds. So. Oh, I got I should show my Noelle build, by the way. I leveled up a onset goblet and was trying to think about like. See, yep, I did that wrong. What I needed to do there was hit this dude with Hydro. No, I just wasted some balls there. I needed to hit that dude with Hydro because if you like stop, I need to hit that dude with Hydro to start, and then Official's Oz would normally apply Electro to the other one, and I can swirl Electro Hydro together, and then very easily just kill them both, basically. But I goofed. I wasn't thinking. Oh well. Garbage. Garbage. Playing this game, not playing Abyss for fun is a Stockholm Syndrome, I think, honestly. No, I'm talking like, I don't know what motivates him. I don't understand what motivates him. He doesn't really play that many teams. He doesn't like use a variety of teams. He has like a specific set of characters he likes at this point, and he still pulls for new characters and messes around with new ones and uses them for a bit. But like, I don't know, man. I don't think I would have. If I didn't get into the nuance of Genshin's combat, I wouldn't care. So I just don't understand why it's worth playing a game like this that long with how time-wasty and grindy this game is. Like if you still want to just continue playing with the story, that's fine. It's not hard to do that, obviously. You can just play the story patches, but you don't need to pull for characters for that. The story is not a motivator to pull for characters, right? If this rolls... what does this have to roll? I don't even know. Let's not use all my things. Just enough to get it. Yep, there we go. Yeah, if this rolls defense %, that's what I wanted. No, I'm going to trash can that. Someday I'll get a crit circlet with crit rate. Crit damage circlet with crit rate. Let's check the timepiece, I suppose. Oh, well, not that timepiece, but sure, I'll check this timepiece. I already have a 30 CV ER timepiece on this set, so I don't really need this. And definitely don't need it. Yeah, where is it? This piece. Yeah, let's go. Come on. And... weird. I'll keep it. It's got high roll ER, max roll crit damage, max roll EM. EM is not exactly super useful on someone like Nuvilet, but I don't know. My current timepiece on Nuvilet is certifiably okay. So that could technically be better, but it's better than this piece. So I guess I'll just unlock that piece, honestly. Where was that last one I wanted to check? This one. Crit rate or bust. Or defense. Same difference. Alright, so let's level up this then. Leveling up this piece for Noelle, because this is the last artifact I have to level on Noelle. And all I want, I would prefer a defense or ER roll actually over crit rate. Crit rate wouldn't be bad per se, but I think she would actually overcap crit rate if it rolls crit rate. So let's see, just not flat HP game. Just not flat HP. Really? I don't want to... Okay. Sure. Also, dick move game, by the way. It auto-selected this. It wanted to waste like a 20,000 fucking XP. Screw you, game. Yeah, that honestly, I really like that. This is a really nice looking circlet, to be honest, for Noelle. Okay. ER was probably the best roll there for my specific use case on Noelle. Not necessarily for making it a more universal piece, but I am all like... On my main account, I have very few crit circlets with like ER. Like this has 2 ER rolls. No ER, no ER, no ER. This has a little bit of ER. This has a whack ton of ER. So having a whack ton of ER is honestly a good thing. So Noelle's build, basically I got an onset goblet and a defense % timepiece that rolled well. So she might need a little bit more ER than this, but this would probably be with Serpent Spine, so I'd have to level up Serpent Spine a little bit more. But she'd be basically at 100% crit rate with stacks up. So the idea would be using Farina with her, although now I'm less motivated to have Farina with the rumored changes. But Farina would work with Noelle without C2, to be clear. So I'll probably still get a C0 Farina. Probably. Anyways, have a near 100% crit rate, 200 crit damage, 130 ER. I think that's about what you normally want her ER to be at. If she needs more ER, I have different feather options to give her more ER, like this feather, or this one, or this flower, right? So I have plenty of options to give her enough ER if I need be, and have a very nice crit ratio, like nearly 100, almost 100 to 200 crit ratio. And mostly it's just because I got lucky with this goblet. This was a 4-line goblet that rolled The first 3 rolls rolled crit damage, and then the last 2 rolls did not roll crit damage. I was so sad because I was like, oh my god, if I get the last 2 rolls, I was like, okay, there's a decent chance I get a. If it was one more high roll, it would have had 30 crit damage, right? And it could have been a 100 to 200 ratio, but instead it's 100 to 190. I'm sad. It doesn't really matter that much, but to be clear, by the way, Husk, 4-piece Husk, even with Farina, might still be better. The general idea, though, is basically Farina drains health, and then she can trigger the Marchese Hunter stacks for Noelle. That's basically it. And Noelle would help build stacks because Noelle heals, right? Noelle heals with instances of healing, which as you're draining, which builds up more stacks for more damage bonus from Farina. So it's a interesting option that I would like to try with Noelle. She'd be the first Geo character to actually be trying to use. And I'm not inclined to go the mono Geo route. That's why I've kind of never bothered to build her in the first place, because I would want other Geo characters that I either don't have or don't want to build. Right? I ain't building Goro. So, anyways, well, that'll probably happen. Probably, assuming I get Farina. So, yeah. Noelle generates 0 energy. That 25 ER is so important. Yep, I know. So that was actually pretty much ideal. So it's a really good Noelle build. Could be improved in very minor ways, but it'd be hard to, and mostly I just already have the artifacts for it. And yeah, even if Husk is still better, like 4-piece Husk would require farming 4-piece Husk versus farming a domain that I am getting both good artifacts that I want out of, and I already have good artifacts for, so I'd much rather try Noelle with those artifacts than Farina. But yeah, that's one of the interesting things Farina still enables, by the way, is like using this artifact set, Marchese Hunters. Marchese, I don't care that I say it wrong, to be honest, but using the Hunter's artifacts to give crit rate to any character who has Farina on the team, as long as you're healing up the damage you're taking, so you're always in a state of draining a little bit of health or gaining a little bit of health, she should always have those stacks up, basically. The only notable thing, by the way, keep in mind, if you're doing that, this only works on field. And Noelle, like, this is why like Husk might be better for Noelle, is because Noelle can swap out off field, keep her burst, and then swap back in. So that means if I swap out to like redo whatever other character abilities, refresh any duration on something, and then swap out to Noelle, I have to build up the stacks again. In practice, I don't know how long it will take on average to get back to the 3 stacks. I'd assume most of the time it's going to be relatively quick to get back to max stacks after switching back to Noelle on field, so I don't think it'll be that much of a problem. But 4-piece Husk gives you so much damage, like damage stats for Noelle, that 4-piece Husk still might be better compared to 36% crit rate. It's just they're artifacts I have versus artifacts I don't have. So defense percent plus 30, and then you get like, what is it, 20, I don't know, a bunch of damage, geo damage bonus, and a bunch more defense. Like, this gives you so much damage relevant stats for Noelle that it's not necessarily better to do Hunters. I want to be very clear. I haven't calculated, I don't know. It's just what I have, so it's better for me. Is Husk in the Strongbox? Yeah, but Husk in the Strongbox doesn't mean it's easy to get a good 4-piece set that competes with a 100-200 crit ratio with a good amount of ER. So, and I'd rather throw my artifacts away to useful things. I don't know. Sue me. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I think that's all I got for this stream. Look forward to a Star Rail stream probably this week or this coming week sometime for Jingliu testings and shenanigans. And I will actually. I'm intending to get a Nubilet video. I was gonna originally make this video and post it today, but I decided that it made more sense thematically to post it on the 2-week date. So it'll be titled. The plan is to title it 2 weeks later. How strong is Nubilet? Because I think people are over. He's very strong, to be clear, but I don't think people, when they're thinking about how strong he is, I don't think they're probably thinking about the nuances of Genshin. So I have some thoughts basically on Nubilet. I think some people are overrating him a little bit, and in some ways they're underestimating him in interesting ways. And then there's the aspect of how much Farina might buff him, but I'm not going to really focus the video on that much because, one, I don't think Farina is necessary for him. Farina is going to be good with him, but not necessary. And 2, oh, I didn't want to do that. And 2, can I just kill you? Yeah, get wrecked. And 2, I don't remember what number 2 is. I have a lot of thoughts on Nubulet. Anyways, point is, I'll probably have a video out soon. Talking about all of his things. And yes, he is a strong character, but I don't think he... Oh my god, there's this power creep. And I don't think you should feel pressured to pull him, is kind of why I'm making the video. So it's going to be 2 weeks later, how strong is Nubulet? It's probably not going to meaningfully affect anyone who's already started pulling, because I think anyone... Internet. I think anyone that has already, like, gotten baited by the community hyping him up is probably already dumped their wishes into him. Whether they're going to regret it or not. But, I don't know. The weird thing about doing, like, it's basically a character review video, right? The weird thing about doing character review videos after the character's released is people tend to not watch it because people are dumb. And it's just human. By people are dumb, I'm not trying to insult every human on the planet. It's just human psychology, right? Like, new character released. When do people want information on how good new character is? When character's released. Right? Wait, what? YouTube... No, YouTube isn't... What, is my stream dead? What's happening? Oh, it's just choppy, apparently, according to YouTube. I don't know, my internet's having a stroke today. So anyways, like, people want... It's human psychology, people want information, and, like, how good is Nubulet when it's released? When he's released? And I'm of the opinion that... okay. Theoretically, if I had access to, like, pre-release servers, like some content creators do, but it's only really big ones that do, I could give more solid opinions on, like, Nubulet before release kind of thing. But most content creators don't have access to that, and I don't have access to that. So, I can't probably make an opinion until I know much more about him, whether I use him or not, like, based on what I see in the community, if it's a character I don't have, but also if it's a character I do have, it's just a combination of my own experience plus what I see in the community. So, I don't normally make that kind of video, but I'm going to for Nubulet because I think it's relevant this time, and we'll see how it does. If the video performs well, maybe I'll do more in the future. Anywho's. Tried to pull for fish cons and got a C1 early, still no fish cons. Sad. I mean, official constellations aren't super necessary. They're not bad, but not necessary. Anyways. He's very strong compared to using Lisa every day. I wonder why. But yes, he doesn't need very high investment, and that is a big part of the reason I think a lot of people think he's so strong. He has a very, like, high damage floor. Like, it's easy to get him to do a lot of damage without a lot of effort. So, anyways. I think that's all I got. You can join my Discord if you want me to be more sad, because if these, I'll have some thoughts I'll put in my Discord, in the leaks channel on my Discord about the Farina leaks if they turn out to be true. But we'll probably find out tomorrow after the beta update. Well, tomorrow or Tuesday, one of the 2 days. Beta updates aren't always on Monday, I don't think, but they're usually on Monday, if I recall. Anyways, I don't know. I've been rambling. This is a freaking 3-hour stream. I need to go do other things in my life. Go figure. So, yarp.